Welcome to Late Night Chat with JT and Nico, episode 143.
Ay, fucking niggas talking about bitch. Before I made meals, it was hoping I fail. Well, nigga, I'm popping out, bitch. Hitting my stance, I still got your hoe in my pants like a pocket out, bitch. Stick to my plan, got plenty ammo in my van. I'm hopping out, bitch. They done got a nigga started, I ain't stopping now, bitch. Can't walk in my shoes, these crocodile, bitch. Smoke to you niggas, no blacking mouth, bitch. Fuck it, I'm blacking out, bitch. It's the type of shit to make a nigga hop behind a heater. Type of shit to make a nigga aim and chop out the beam. I used to be the underdog, now I'm rocking out arenas. Everything I touch is water, and I got about a liter. This is not an Aquafina, this PH3. Tell your offsprings I'm DAD, and your bitch say I'm her BAE. And I love it when she give me HEAD. She know I'ma kill that CAT. Bandana tie like PAC. I don't even get high off THC. I got a natural vibe of ADHD. I've been BAD since I was like 2. Nigga, I'm the truth. I put my life on it, I die in the booth. Could've touched me with a fireman suit. Street nigga, but I still look fine in the suit. I'm the guy in the roof. I'm not a gangbanger, they lying to you. I'm actually the guy that they hired to shoot. I've been dying to shoot. I don't like rules, I'm tired of rules. A presidential, that's behind you, dude.
Oh, damn. There's that new Joyner Lucas jam right there, everybody.
That's it, man.
Duck, Duck, Goose. Check that out if you're not already familiar with that one. That's that little bit of old Joyner for you right there. Went back to his old style a little bit.
Save that one for Nico in the pocketbook. Otherwise, I was gonna play it last week, but thank God it was Was it Halloween last week, or was it? Yeah, it was no, it wasn't a Halloween. Well, yeah, it was the Halloween special. last week. So I had
well,
to play
that's
some
you had to do a
spooky
more
music.
Halloween one. Yeah, no, I know why you didn't play it last week. So that's why I was like, oh, that's fine. It works out for us this week. So what's going on?
What's going on?
I'm
Back in business.
Back, everybody. Yeah, we're back in the place to be here, the original spot of Late Night Chat where me and Jay recorded all those episodes, over 100 episodes here.
Lovely makeup setup in the background. Yeah.
Well, I guess
Suits.
not over 100. I mean, I know there was the period of time where we were socially distancing.
Yeah. No, but we did. We had to have done more than we've had to have done a lot, man. Here, it's just sitting even side by side, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Sure. I mean,
Sweating it out.
You put all the other episodes together too, all the other types of shit that we were doing for sure. I would say,
fuck.
yeah. So what's going on, Jay? For anybody who doesn't know, Jay kind of actually has just been here for about 5 minutes prior to showtime. He just got in here right under the wire, as Jay tends to do.
Headphones backwards and everything like that. No, it's it's a little different. It's not around the corner is all I gotta say, right? So sometimes it takes me a little time to get ready and get all fucking organized, man, just to get on the road. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But you know the way I am, man. I cut it to crunch time, so at least we made it here perfect on time. Like I can't even pull it off. See, only Nico can pull that shit off.
Well, it's okay. We're here on time, ready to go, guys. For you guys, it's we wanted to do get together for this one, do something special. Of course, Lewis, this is his week technically, but he's on sabbatical at the moment. I mean, he's actually traveled to the west coast of Vancouver, actually.
West Coaster.
Yeah. So I'm sure he'll have a lot to talk about whenever we get together. He actually, when he does return, I think we're supposed to be doing a shooting shit. Me, Lewis, and Jay. Actually, I know it's been a while since we released one of those. We're kind of leaving those for more special occasions when we kind of want to put them out. You know what I mean? Like reason to get together. And that will be because we've it's been a while since me and Lewis and Jay all hung out together like that. So that'll be a lot of fun. So look forward to that.
That'll be interesting, though.
Yeah.
But he's not even repping the fucking the late night chat down in fucking Vancouver. So I don't know if I should be congratulating him out there, right? I mean, he should get fucking back to work. But
for that matter, though, we should also mention
social distance from him when he gets back too.
About repping, make sure to rep and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're giving that thumbs up for this video. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're telling people about the channel, tell them to subscribe. It's been a while since we've got our subscriber count up. I'm actually, I've been checking the stats. We've been putting on all kinds of different content, Jay, lately. those killer contents are creeping up in views over time. You know what I mean? Like in that sense, like there's a lot of people that are into this killer content, this kind of stuff that Leslie puts out with you, with the segments of true crime type stuff. People love that stuff. So I think a lot of people are visiting the channel, coming across things like that, coming across things like the movie reviews, more general stuff that we put out there outside of the late night chat stuff, right? Because we got a pretty close knit group when it comes to that in terms of people that tune in. But the thing about that is we want people to hit the subscribe button. I'm seeing the stats. I'm seeing like 25% sometimes of views that we're getting lately are not subscribed. So make sure you're subscribed. You may be a viewer of this show and you may not have noticed that you're not subscribed to the channel. So guys, make sure you don't have to hit notification bell, because I know we put out content every day. So sometimes that phone might be dinging off the hook. You might be getting annoyed by that, right? So you don't have to hit the notification bell, if you don't want to be notified of when these episodes go out, because we're putting out content every day, man, lately.
It'll be dinging off the hook.
Yeah, every day we put stuff up. So but yeah, getting into more of the plugs here. I'm gonna plug away, Jay, if you don't mind, like that, like I used to here.
Go.
All kinds of stuff. So we don't got many dates, for a lot of these things I'm going to mention right now. But these are things you got to look forward to throughout the month of November, moving into December as we round out the end of the year. Okay. So I'm just going to mention some stuff. So this Wednesday, first I should say tomorrow, of course, this episode, if you weren't able to catch the whole thing here tonight, will be live up for you guys on the YouTube channel. We've changed that now as opposed to putting it out a few days later. We put the video out right away the next day. It's up there for you guys, and no delay. So you guys, if you're unable to watch the whole episode, I know it's a little late for some of you guys, even though it's late night chat. So we put that out for you guys now the next day, right? We make a post about it. This will be up there. Wednesday night, we actually got Christine that's going to be opening up the new Pokemon set on Cracking Packs with the Chat a live opening, as we normally do when these new sets come out. The new Pokemon set Fusion Strike comes out this week. We'll have our stuff tomorrow, but we're going to be recording that Wednesday night live for you guys. Usually, around 8 or 8:30. We'll see. It'll be good. Have a couple of drinks, open up some packs of cards. See, hopefully Christine pulls some fire. She's been on a roll lately with these pulls. So we'll
gonna pull some fire, man.
Absolutely. So that's going to be this Wednesday, Cracking Packs with the Chat live. And then Thursday, I think we're going to be dropping a video that we just recorded this past week. Follow us on Twitch, everybody. We're going to be putting out a video of me, Jay, Julie, and Christine. Some members of the late night gaming community here that we've started here on the channel. JT is a member of that. You hear that, everybody?
The guy that sacrifices his life. I'm the sacrificial lamb when it comes to video gaming. Okay, guys. So if you want to hear me sacrifice or watch me sacrifice, you got to tune into us when we do this gaming live. Hopefully, we'll bring some different games to you, but.
Yeah, and some different people. I mean, I know, Peter did a bunch of those videos with me already, streaming games previous to this last couple of videos we put out. But this past week, we just put out a video of us playing Among Us together, me, Jay, and Christine and Julie again. And then it was just me, Jay, and Julie. Julie is the one that's been streaming these ones because the fact that these guys have the PC gaming, Julie and Jay, for the setup, and we have PlayStation. It works better for Julie to actually stream these ones and make sure our audio is included. So you're watching Julie for the most part play these games, but she is part of Late Night Chat. I've watched the videos, watching her play. It's fun stuff, guys, and you get to hear all of us talking with her in the game as well. And sometimes you see us on the screen too. You know what I mean? Like if one of us dies off, Julie will have us on the screen, be watching us, kind of do our thing. We played Dead by Daylight. We did this past week, and that was a lot of fun, guys. Yeah,
JT's movie voice. You gotta tune in for that one, man.
That episode will be dropping this Thursday when Jay reveals his genius idea that he wants to bring out into the world. You watch for that one. You'll see what it is in the title of the video, everybody. So I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's quite interesting, though, to say the least. Jay reveals an idea that he has with us while we're playing the game. It's basically Late Night Chat, the fun commentary you're used to on Late Night Chat. You get that while watching us play video games. So you get a little bit of both, right? You get to hear all of us in the room together chatting it up. You get to see Jay trying to learn how to play video games. It's very entertaining, everybody. So Julie's on there. It's good. It's good stuff.
I wish we could all be on the same screen. That would be like the craziest thing. Like it was like all of us, so you could see all our players and how shitty I am compared to these guys. Just for shits and giggles. But yeah, we'll have to figure that someday out. How to figure? Well, we'll figure it out. We could figure that out somehow one day. But yeah, I even had Peter telling me to get the PS5. What am I doing? He's telling me to sell my PS3 that I got in the box.
Yeah,
he
P
goes,
was getting a little salty. He saw the new late night gaming kind of thing that went up. He was kind of, he was a little salty. I think about that post the other day because he felt left out. He didn't get the invite the other day, and I hear what he's saying. You know, the man plays plays video games. Listen, man. I mean, I think we're gonna actually the next game we're gonna play is actually me, Jay, and Peter. Are going to play some Call of Duty Warzone together. So that'll be a lot of fun. So look forward to that, guys.
I fucking hate shooting games, man. So you'll get to see how fun it is. But
I'll probably be the one to stream that one myself again. So yeah, check it out. There's a whole new playlist. Shout out to Julie. She did honestly, again, a fantastic piece of art for late night gaming, essentially. Art for the episode. Yeah, it's great. So so we have a playlist up on the Late Night Chat Network YouTube now that you guys can go check that out. Has all of our gaming videos. Got about 7 or 8 of them now in there for you guys. We're gonna try to put those out weekly. I'm no longer trying to do the 2 streams a week type deal on Twitch, just because, like I said, we've been switching up. Julie's been streaming some stuff. As long as it kind of gets us together, gets us playing games, you could look forward to a video or 2 every week, or us jumping on anybody here from Late Night Chat or any of the people that come on Late Night Chat playing video games, or we might be putting out those streams. So you can look forward to that about once or twice a week. We just don't want to keep a schedule at this point in time like I tried to do. It's just we're all very busy. We all have different schedules. So but look forward to it. I mean, it's nice. Like you said, Jay is actually playing video games. Has got me playing video games again. It's nice to get on the games and play with these guys in chat, right? So it's good.
They actually got me asking when the next time we're playing, which is fucked up because I didn't think PC gaming would be fun, but it's actually, I think my computer's built better to play games than it is to even do the podcast, man. When I host it, I honestly think I have no problems with connections or nothing, and I have a good time. It's great, man. So yeah, you guys got to check us out, man. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, follow me on Twitch. I do have the link in my Instagram bio now. It's twitch.tv/LNC Neeks. All capitals except for LNC and N of Neeks is all capitals, and then the rest lowercase. JT's LNC JT. Go on Twitch, follow us on Twitch. If you click that link, or it's basically twitch.tv/ and then the username of the person, that you can go right to their page. You can follow us on Twitch. You can watch the videos on Twitch. And if you don't want to follow us on Twitch or watch us on Twitch live playing, you can always check out the videos that we put out here on the YouTube channel here for you guys. We'll always re-upload them here for you guys. This is where you're used to watching your Late Night Chat Network content. Yeah, you can check it out here, anytime. We'll make sure that's there for you guys. And Julie's Julie_Mac_13 on Twitch. So yeah, you can follow her as well, because she's been doing some streaming on her end whenever she does it with us because of the PC setup, right? So yeah, that's good. So that'll be Thursday. Then some older Trade Talk, Weekly Wine Comic Time will probably round out the rest of the week of uploads. And then what? I guess we got Julie up next. Is she up next this week? I think with some more TikTok time.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's her first before Leslie.
Leslie. So we have some time for some killer content. That's the craziness.
Right. And then so Julie's next, and then killer content's next week. So and then hopefully if I actually get off my ass and actually do it finally. I got see these 2 stacks of books over here. That's my monthly hauls for September and October that I've yet to actually record, everybody. It's been a little busy for me lately. So I do want to put those comic haul and review videos out soon. By next week, I'm aiming for. So yeah, those should be out soon. Other things you got to look forward to throughout the month, though. All kinds of plugs. I know there's a lot, guys, but there's a lot of exciting stuff. We're trying to put out so much content before the end of the year, right? You see these?
That's all he's got.
There we go. No, I got about 20 something packs here. Don't worry.
I gotta stop collecting.
Listen,
too much money on it, man.
Later in the month, speaking of cracking packs, you got to look forward to possibly the biggest cracking packs episode you've done yet on the channel here. I'm trying to get a bunch of us here together that have been collecting these Tim Hortons packs. Hopefully, Jay hasn't actually secretly opened all of his and is just going to slip them out of the packages. I'm worried about this guy.
Oh, man. You know what? The other day, I fucking cracked, literally, no point intended, but I cracked, and I opened one pack out of like almost 200 fucking packs. Okay, I'm gonna be on there all night. These guys are gonna be talking. I'm gonna be just my fucking fingers are gonna be bleeding. I'm gonna, you know what? I think I found a new member, man. I think I found a new person that might want to join us doing that. And it's my little niece, man. She's only 7 months now. And
No, is that right? She's cracking packs
she's
already.
grabbing them already off the table first thing, right? And trying to get like pull them, or she's trying to bite them on. I videotaped her, so I think it
That's
was the
cute.
cutest thing,
Yeah.
man. I was like, there you go. I was like, there's the newest member, right? So but they were the hockey ones, so
yeah.
at least we got her into the hockey ones.
That's right. That's
know?
right. Yeah, no, that's yeah, look forward to that, guys. Basically whenever the cards run out at Tim Hortons, everybody, you know, me, Jay, Rob, I know I spoke to Peter, maybe his dad might get it on your Uncle Ed there, and
if he hasn't cracked them already.
yeah, exactly. And you know, Chris possibly. So yeah, a lot of people that have shown
That's
interest
cool.
that have been collecting the Tim Hortons hockey cards, from what I know. We might just all get on here and crack a whole bunch of packs, guys, and hopefully, you know, pull some great cards. That'll be a lot of fun.
I might have to come here and ask you for help, man. You want to help me
Yeah.
open all my cards, man?
That will that will be, I think, later this month, probably by the end of the month. Also, at the end of the month, we got to confirm the date. We got our next late night at the movies with Leslie, Miss Leslie. That's her first time on late night at the movies. That'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be watching the movie Fargo, the Coen brothers classic film.
Sweet.
She had mentioned that she's watched the show all the seasons, but has never watched the movie. So I figured that'd be a great pick for us, because that was something that we had on our list when we started this show. Yeah, absolutely. And so you got that to look forward to. You know, rounding out the before the new year here in December, though, you know, I'm sure we're gonna have some Christmas centric stuff going on. We're also going to be breaking by the end of the year. Usually, if you've watched in years past, right before the last week, right before during the holidays, we don't put any live content out. We give everybody a break. You know, we want people to spend time with their families and all that kind of stuff as well. And yeah, but me and Jay, we do a pre-recording. And Jay, you better start getting your list together.
Dude, I thought about that today. I'm in trouble because honestly, I didn't watch very many movies. I'll be honest with you.
Start watching some new ones that came out this year. Make an appointment to maybe check out some films you wanted to check out this year.
I know I watched a few in the beginning of the year. We talked about a few, I think, but I can't remember even which ones they were. I've watched so much and so many TV shows far in between, and few and far in between. So it's been crazy, right?
So of course we're talking about our year-end media review, guys. So that's where me and Jay get together every year, as we've done I think past 3 years now, going into 3 years of the show, where we discuss all of our favorite films, TV shows, music that came out. What else? I think there's a couple other stuff that we usually discuss too that comes up, but those are kind of the main ones. I think we discuss all of our favorite kind of media, things that came out during this past year, you know, of content, right? Of stuff that we were kind of, you know, focused on other than the show and what we do here, right? So look forward to that. Those are always great discussions. We'd love to have your picks in the comments, even though it's not a live show, it's a pre-recorded one. Please let us know what your picks for the year were, like what some of your favorite films and TV shows and all that were. We'd love to have that conversation going with you guys. And you know, I'm sure another drunk cast will happen sometime around the holidays. Look forward to that, guys. These are all things, you know, that we'll be coming out with by the end of the year. And I do want to mention the fact that our first episode of the new year, though we're still trying to plan when that is going to be for you guys, is episode 150 of Late Night Chat, everybody. That's going to be, that's a big fucking deal, man. That's a big fucking deal.
Well, we thought 100 was crazy, and we're pushing 150.
Yeah.
And
it
doesn't
grown.
seem like we've stopped. We're feeling like we're stopping anytime soon. So it's just going to keep going.
The members have grown in terms of, you know, people that are on these episodes, the interest, things that are discussed, the type of shows and the amount of shows that come out. I mean, it's bigger than it's ever been. So kudos to everybody that's been kind of, you know, helping us out, keep the channel growing and moving along here and having a lot of fun with all you guys. So, and I'm fortunate to pop in now and then when I'm needed to do this show with you guys. Still, it's a lot of fun for me, right? So it's great.
I feel nervous being here when you first. It's been a while, man. I know he can see me if I look this way.
Yeah, that's right. You're in the hot seat
for you guys, but like for me, it's right here.
That's right.
And it's like, you got the spotlight shining down on my forehead, if you noticed, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's just a reflection. No, it's great sitting back in here and just having a conversation with this guy. We're hoping to sit side by side. I want to sit close to him again, like back in the day. But you know,
Fuck out of here.
Fuck, see, something's wrong. I don't know. He doesn't want to be close to me anymore.
No,
it's okay.
No, we're not close anymore.
We're not close anymore.
Yeah, so there you go. Those are all my plugs. All kinds of shit coming out, guys, within the next 2 months. We're going to be putting out a lot of great stuff for you guys. You know, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be on this show proper, so that's why I wanted to mention everything here today, things to look forward to. As always, make sure you're subscribed, follow us on our Instagram account or me or Jay's Instagram account. We repost everything, links, updates for the schedule, all kinds of stuff. And we got more surprises to come too, guys. We're not just discussing them all today. By the new year, there'll be, you know, we'll be all kinds of new things that we'll be talking about in terms of content and stuff coming your way. We're always growing, always trying to do more stuff. And we appreciate all you guys for sticking in here with us. And, you know, and all the contributors to Late Night Chat. It's great.
Yeah, seriously.
We're playing games now. Look at this. We're playing games now. Jay's playing video games.
Back to video games, man. I feel like I'm a kid again, man. It's crazy.
It's great.
No, but it's fun. And it, you know, just with everybody bringing everybody's different interests and different attitudes, different personalities, all that. It's always fun to do. It's always fun to mingle with people. It's always fun to be interested. You know, I'd like to get more and more people, you know, to appear on the show. Like, you know, even now, because we do this setup, I'm always trying to see if I can get people to come on. They're all too shy about doing their thing. I tell them, come on, do their audio. I said, you know, it's great, man. We can do just your audio.
It'd be nice to get some new guests and new faces on the show. Absolutely. So if you guys are out there watching the show and you've always wanted to come on the show, you know what I mean? We're friendly here. Come on, let us up. Let us know. I mean, even if you don't want to come on, you don't want to show your face, you can come through on audio on this screen, like Jay just said. Yeah. It's if you're a little shy, but you just want to come here, shoot the shit with, you know, me, Jay, or any of the other Late Night Chat hosts here. Let us know, guys, because we'd always like, you know, to get some new guests on the show as well that mix it up with us. And a lot of you guys that with the constants that come through, whether it be on the Kraken Packs or come on the movie show, and we still get guests that come through, and we appreciate everybody that gets in the mix right with us. So I mean, it's really just about spending time, sharing interests of ours, having conversations. That's what Late Night Chat has always been about, guys. It's really just you know, us to share our interests with each other and to spend time with one another. And you know, we've made a lot of great friendships out of this, right? So
exactly.
Absolutely. So
you know what I realized I just didn't do this year? I just realized looking at myself in the face. I didn't
looking at myself in the face.
Looking at myself in the face.
I was looking in the mirror.
I've been staring at myself. This is where, you know, Julie comes in and says, you know, this is his narcissistic personality.
Right.
But when I'm sitting here staring at myself, listening to Nico, I thought, fuck, man, it's November. What happened to my mustache? Remember, I usually do the mustache because I thought, my gray hair.
True.
So I was like, yeah, guys, you know what? So, you know what? I'll switch it around. I'm going to keep it different this year. I'll just do No Nut November. So, yeah, No Nut's happening right now. Okay. And I'm going to keep it like that. If you guys want, you know, check in for me time to time.
Not even self nuts? Like, not even, no, really.
Man, it's been like a month or more before this, too. So I really don't give a fuck. That's when you know you're starting to show your age. When you just don't give a shit anymore, buddy. There you go. Right. Wait for some new t-shirts, man. That'd be great. If we're working on those
we are, yeah.
I'm gonna be marked all over the street. Anybody wants to be marked with my hashtag, there you go. But I'll tell you right now, No Nut November. That's what's happening in JT's world right now. It's hard, but you know, there you go. That one's for Lewis, because
there we
know
go.
How much Lewis loves those hashtags.
There's the name of this episode, everybody.
There you go. I've never understood why he writes. Do you not notice in the chat sometimes, and he'll throw as a hashtag at the end, like he quotes himself or he hashtags himself, everything he says. And that's like a real, you know.
That's like real narcissist, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
right?
You think I'm bad looking in the fucking mirror.
Lewis is the talent, right? I mean, he as we've stated to him, I mean, it's not his content that he brings to the show, it's him, right? So he knows he knows what he brings to the table right now, right? So
he brings all his notes, guys. He brings them all. All right. Makes me so upset. It makes me pass gas. Don't worry, Neeks. I won't be doing that today for you.
I hope not, because we're in a small room.
We're in a tight room. I don't want to heat it up.
These action figures might fall off the shelves.
Yeah, start melting. I don't want to fucking exactly, man. It's not, you know, no circulation.
As much as I want some more of that TikTok content. By the way, guys, follow us on TikTok, Late Night Chat Network, all kinds of videos.
Fuck, man, that's another one. Hey, speaking of TikTok,
We're doing too much, man. We're doing too much now, right?
you know, I thought about it too the other day. I was like, "What's going on, man? We're just doing everything now. What the heck's going on? You know, we might not be the quickest at it all, but it's there, right? It's like, fuck, man. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
It's awesome to be in the same room. It's been a long time. It's been it's a long time coming. Apparently, you know, I helped them take a whole bunch of comic books to get rid of, but it doesn't look like it changed much. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm thinking, you know, there's not really much. I mean,
Just as much shit. Yeah, no,
it's just as much, if not more. You know,
fuck, man. You should have seen the time I put in yesterday trying to put all these fucking little toys back on the shelves here, man. That's
Poor
what took me
guy,
so
man.
long, man. That's why we
That's
couldn't record last
dedication.
night, guys.
That's
No.
dedication.
It's
No,
part of the reason.
seriously.
I would have recorded. We would have recorded from our respective spots, but Jay would have been in the car again. And as much as
Yeah.
that's funny to see, it's not good for the audio.
Yeah,
it's not good for the quality
anything.
of the show. So we kind of wanted to do this in person today. So that's good.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. I know. Yeah, exactly. I had a party going on in my house, and nobody was coming for me. But you know what I mean? No, not November.
There you go. So cheer everybody on, Jay. Jay, I want an update every episode throughout November now. If you've kept to this November challenge,
Tie 'em
everybody.
up, man. That's
Yeah.
it, dude. They're good. We're good. Don't worry. I'm serious. I promise.
All right, good.
All right.
Good job, Jay. Thank
All right.
you. Thanks for practicing celibacy or whatever.
I'm trying to join the priesthood, guys. You guys didn't know that on the side. Like I haven't finished. I have not finished. This is not the end of JT. He's gonna start his own priest, his own fucking follow. I told you I'm going to be a follower. I'm gonna have followings, people following me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Episode 100, I think it was on your announcement. you
told
want
you,
you want a
dude.
Charles
I
Manson
told you.
following? Yeah,
I'm
that's the name.
starting.
That's the name of the episode. There you go,
Told you.
guys.
I'm telling you, just because I have no hair, I still got those eyes. If you look at me.
So what else has been going on with you, Jay? Moving on.
How much, man? I've been hanging loose.
Yeah.
Julie knows. I've been hanging loose. I've been, you know, just relaxing. I mean, it's been pretty stressful outside of out of the show, but to come to the show and, you know, just to be here every week. I know it feels like sometimes it gets cramped for time and stuff like that
Yeah.
for me, but honestly, if it's a great time, and it's honestly probably the best time I have the whole week. And now that we've been doing these other things here with these gaming and shit, that's why I've been bugging you guys. It's kind of fucking keeping me interested.
No, it's been fun. Yeah, I've had a lot, you know,
So-
honestly, to bring something else into the mix now with some of the people that do the show with us, as well as others like the gaming, like we've been doing lately.
Oh yeah.
And again, just to give me an excuse finally to actually play games with people again has been nice, right? I mean, like I said, I had started it out even with Peter there because, you know, this guy was always telling me, you know, I have all these fucking games I buy and I just sit there to get on the games and play more games and stuff.
Yeah.
With the winter coming up, that's kind of where you know what I want to spend more time doing now, right? So yeah, so yeah,
Don't worry. You heard correctly.
so you know that'd be
It's
good.
no, not 2021, buddy. All right, so don't worry about that.
No nuts November. There you go on the Late Night Chat Network. But yeah, no, I in here in a little bit though, I do want to bring up the fact that it's the return of my segment here, Hot Takes. Jay, are you ready for some hot takes
I thought
today?
That was only for fucking shooting shit. I didn't
No,
think it was
no,
for
I-
fucking
you know,
Late Night
whenever I make-
Saturday. Oh yeah, he does that whenever he comes on here and takes Lewis's or whoever's.
we haven't done a shooting the shit in a while, so this is where
the button too.
this
today.
is where it goes, man. Oh, I forgot the bell. No, I actually don't have the bell.
Oh, maybe you cleaned it up. and
I mean,
got rid of
I'll
it.
have to put an alarm on. I'll have to put like a 5-minute alarm thing on or something for us. So guys, get ready for some hot takes here. We got some good, interesting topics here that we're gonna fire through here for you guys. And if you don't remember the setup of this one, guys, we're gonna just throw up, you know, things that are kind of current event news,
I
things,
Take my sweater off.
things
now.
I want to comment on. Not everything's got to be like a shocking
A
fucking
hot
opinion
takes.
about something, right? But you know, there's some hot takes that they're going to be thrown around for sure. This is where me and Jay have 5 minutes to argue about something and give our hot takes on a
Nico's got
topic
4,
of conversation.
Nico's got 4. JT's got 1.
And make sure to fire, you know, if you're in the chat, make sure to fire off your opinions on these things too. Remember, once the 5 minutes hits, we move on to the next topic, right? No matter how crazy of a topic of conversation this is. But I got about an hour's worth of stuff here. So I got
Oh,
about
wow.
what? That's
I wasn't
about
expecting
20
an hour's
different topics or something here,
That's
right?
great.
Or 10
Oh.
different topics. How many is that?
That could be
6,
quite a
7,
bit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 topics. Okay, so there you go. So it's a little less.
Nice.
Yeah.
But still, it is what it is. That's a lot of stuff. That's almost
Yeah, it is
that's-
almost an hour. I think it is an hour. Yeah, so there you go. Shout out to our other co-host here, Rob. It looks like I'm gonna beat you again this week in the pool. I should mention. Let's just look at an update. I mean, I know he bet a lot of points on this last game here today. Me and Rob, of course, are in a football pool. He
Oh, you
came
gotta
on
see the
here. He
chat,
talked a lot
guys.
of smack the last week there.
That too, yeah.
You know, he had to pull up the year stats for the season. He had to bust out because he talked all this shit about winning the week last week and he failed to. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here.
I hope we have screens.
Yes.
Actually shared on the. Oh, you don't have it
So
on
so
the
we
computer.
both bet on the same thing for tonight. We both bet on Pittsburgh to beat Chicago. I think that's a clear winner for sure. Even with the points though, I'm that he's gonna get because he bet 13 points. I only bet 3. Right now I'm beating him 50 points to 36. This is one of the lowest ranking weeks ever for this pool. A lot of fucking big upsets in the NFL this week, man. A lot of teams that were supposed to win that people, bet all this money on, I'm sure, in these pools and everything else, just didn't come through. It was a freak week, man. It was a weird week of big upsets. Like almost only half of my picks I got right, and that was kind of for most of the people in this pool. That was the case. Like a lot of people are losing a lot of big bets in this pool this week. So.
Question is it getting close to playoffs? Is that what's going on? Is
yeah,
people getting eliminated and stuff like that?
Not yet. We're not at that point, but yeah, we're basically
just
we're
at the brink of that.
We're moving into the third quarter of the season right now. So yeah, so there's not many weeks left. There's less than half, I think, of the amount of weeks that are normally in the season at this point. So it's getting close. There's a lot of big upsets this week. So it was interesting. So. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't need to gloat or anything. I just wanted to kind of,
you know what? Feel free to gloat. You know what?
Nah, I'm not. That's not my style. That's not
Come
my
on.
style.
But what? You'd rather be just salty instead? No.
I'm not. What do I have to be salty about? I beat him again this week. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a week when you're gonna do that. So I thought.
No, it's okay.
I might as well gloat when you can.
I just don't like talking shit when I'm actually the one losing. It seems weird to talk shit, like, you know what I mean? When you're losing week after week, you come on the show and you talk all this shit and then you lose. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
And then, it happened again this week. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that sucks, man. You know what? Don't worry. People have been pointing me out of my fucking hockey pool this year because I got all the Montreal Canadiens. And I think I've got 3 wins total and like fucking losses like crazy. You know what? It is what it is. I'm just having fun, right? It's not like it's for any money. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll get the bottom pick. I'll get the first. I'll get the last, and then I get first pick next time. I build from every year on that. Just like a regular GM.
There you go.
Keep losing my beliefs and keep building up. I take on. Hey, I'm from Toronto, so maybe that's where I got my GM skills from. Yeah, moving on. Right? No, that's gonna be Nico's shirt.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know. Unless there's anything else you wanted to touch on, we can get right into hot takes if you want. Unless
you know what? I guess
else.
Let's get into hot takes because if there's
All right.
not music or anything involved, then we wouldn't be hot takes if there wasn't a music question or a movie.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, this wasn't part of my hot take. So let's talk about that.
I
so
thought about that.
As we mentioned, because that is something we discussed that we wanted to talk about on the show here. So the intro song, of course,
that in.
Yeah, very smart. That was good. See, that's kind of like back to basics here, guys. we know how to work off each other like that. So Jay, as he alluded to here, the intro song was Joyner Lucas song, a new song, Duck Duck Goose, that just came out, where he basically put the song out. He talked about like this is kind of a little bit of the old Joyner style here, and Jay had talked about it a few weeks ago, I think, with one of the other co-hosts when it was the intro song. He like quickly mentioned the fact about kind of Joyner's rollout as of lately with some of these songs. So why don't you explain what's been going on there, Jay?
Well, so he's put out 3 songs in the past let's say 2 months. Let's say 2.5 months.
Probably more like 4 songs, I think, because of the Lil Baby one. There's the Late to the Party, the J. Cole,
Dreams Unfold. Yeah.
Right.
What's the little baby one?
Yeah, the ramen. What's it called? Something about ramen or something, right?
Yeah.
And OJ or something. Yeah, that's it.
So that's another one. Yeah. Okay. So there's been about
with big artists.
4 months. Okay,
J. Cole track, My Heart or Your Heart, I think it's called, right?
Dreams Unfold. Isn't that the one, or is that the one by itself?
That's J. Cole. Here, let me pull up his thing here.
Playlist. You know what? I listened to him on rant, like fucking kind of loop for a little while because I like to listen to the words. I like to get everything, make sure it's in my head.
So yeah, over the last couple of months, Joyner has, Joyner Lucas, a rapper we like a lot, and we've talked about here on the show quite a bit.
Nico's, his fault for putting me on.
That's right. He came out with a song, "Your Heart," which is with J. Cole. Big tune, great song. Ramen and OJ with Little Baby. We're talking about big artists here. I mean, these are big fucking features, right? Dreams Unfold.
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned, that one was with who? Who was that?
Wasn't it?
Little TJ.
Yeah.
Then he got Late to the Party, which he just put out with what's his name, Ty Dolla $ign. Also a big artist. He does a lot of stuff with a lot of people. And then he just brought out a solo song this past week, the Duck Duck Goose, which you played as the intro, which is like, again, a little bit of the old Joyner style. So all these other songs that we just mentioned are kind of like more radio hit play type songs, like a lot of different type of vibes going on in these songs. He it seems like tailor made the tracks for these artists essentially to jump on, like kind of doing their style.
Yeah.
So I quickly want to mention the fact that going back to after his first album came out, I said here on this show, I said, I don't want this guy to be put into this box. As much as I love what he does with these concept tracks and these type of songs that he does and the type of rapper that he is, or at least that he showed us that he was at that time, very lyrical rapper, you know what I mean? Obviously, he did the songs with them, and you could tell like who his people are that like inspired him probably in these styles, right? I mean, like Concept Records, crazy shit that he's done. I'm just glad that he is not just that now. He's showed and proved that he can do hit records with fucking big people and radio music and all kinds of shit. Like he's really branched out in that sense. He did the song about the Will Smith song, which was, you know what I mean? Like that was
music, produces videos, like
produces the videos, has his own music, Tully, right?
Tully,
That's his music network.
Where, they save and kind of help copyright music and beats that you make, right? And where you can share them with other people. It's a big platform. It's hard to really get into right here, all in one shot. But yeah, he's really talented in that sense. And then like you said, he was able to just come out with this song by himself, Fire. It probably blew out all the rest of the other ones that he did with the big boys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you had brought up that when he you're hoping, like last time we had a bunch of songs on that other record. It's this first one that came out.
Yeah.
But everything was like this coming out, slow rollout, right?
Yeah. So last year he came out actually with two albums. He came out with ADHD after a fucking prolonged period of time. He brought it out right before the pandemic. I think he came out in February or something of that year. I remember. I think right before the pandemic. And then by the end of the year, he came out with another album. He actually came out with 2 albums during that period of time. But the problem with ADHD, as great as a fucking album that was, and long awaited, especially by us, we had already heard almost 3/4 of that album the year previous to before 2020, 2020, essentially, right? We heard it throughout mostly 2019. Because he's doing this slow rollout, and it seems like he did the same thing with his last album. And again, if you're gonna take a look at the type of artists on these songs that have been coming out lately, these features that he's had, the level of production value, the videos he's doing, and everything else, it looks like he's doing a similar type of slow rollout of these type of tracks to promote the album, possibly, right? I mean, it'd be cool if he kind of just did this to promote the album, then did a swerve, and it was mostly all new content on the album. Yeah, but I don't see that being the case. And me and Jay were talking about that. I don't really love this approach, to be honest with you. Like, I get it. I mean, it's probably growing his fan base. These are big records. These are big features. This is probably bringing more people to the attention of his music. It is probably working for him because he's done it twice previously. I'm sure this is something that it has proved successful for him, right?
It's making money.
Right.
Each song, right? And then you bring it out as an album, and it does the same. It makes money, right? Because they don't know exactly. They know roughly what's on there, but then you throw a few songs that you didn't hear yet, and you got to buy it. And I understand a slow rollout, like you said. I get the slow rollout. I get how it works for people, but it's just a marketing gimmick, and it works, and it sells, and it makes money.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're gonna do it for every album, I think slowly you start to lose fan base that way. Or they don't buy the whole album. They sit and listen to record by record or stream record by record. And if you're basing your views and your money off of streaming, then yeah, he's got that covered, because he's also got, like I said, with the YouTube and with the videos that he does and directs. Yeah. And almost every song that he does has a video. Yeah. That's another thing, which is awesome too. Yeah. Because you always picture somebody, and you always picture music, and you always picture an artist, and you always want them to come out with a fucking video.
Yeah, that's part of his process.
Yeah.
It seems like as soon as he has the idea for the record, he
Mhm.
has the idea for the video. Like it seems like he's one of these artists that the production of the video, actually making the video, writing the video, because he writes transcripts for all of his shit. Like they are what are they called? Not transcripts. He basically writes, all the scenes and stuff like that for the video.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's talked about this. I've heard him talk about this before in interviews. That's as big and as enjoyable as part of the process for him as the music making is, which I actually really respect. I think he has a
That's
bright
talent.
future and that kind of stuff. I mean, he as well. Like I think he could quit doing the rapping if he really wanted to, or later in his career, and just direct music videos. That's how good he is at doing them, right? So for that all being said, though, it's not something I personally love, because like, yes, I'm jamming out, I'm liking the songs as they come out. That is what I'll be listening to. Like the last couple of months, I've been listening, his songs as they've been coming out have been in my rotation. They're all great songs, all of them. But then by the time the album comes out, it's just kind of like we don't really have much new songs on there to actually enjoy. Like it lessens the excitement of a new album coming out from him. You know what I mean? In that sense. And I don't love that. And I know other artists, they'll sometimes, put out a couple of singles and then they'll drop the record. Or if they want to release a bunch of other type of music in the past, they put out a mixtape or whatever, a project or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays, like something like a tape out on Spotify, an EP. They'll even put 3-4 songs out. Big Sean just put out something with Hit Boy, the producer. Put out it's like 5 or 6 songs on there. And it's with Hit Boy. I mean, like he does stuff like that with big fucking producers. Throws it out in between albums, right? So that's what I mean. Like that kind of shit, you can get that. You could do that, right? I much rather prefer that type of stuff than the way he does his slow rollout. But I mean, it must be working for him, right? The guy's a very smart, it seems like calculated, put together guy. I've respected a lot of the things he's done and the moves he's made, the people that he's done songs with. Clearly, he has a. I didn't think he was going to break through into the mainstream. Like, I don't think he's a household name still, but he is doing songs with big fucking rappers like J. Cole, huge rapper, Lil Baby, especially with like a lot of the younger kids right now. Lil Baby, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a huge fucking collab.
A lot of older people, like, even a lot of
I like Lil Baby. No, I like Lil Baby too, but
style, right?
But I think compared to J. Cole, though, there's a divide of terms of fans because J. Cole's been around for 10 plus years now. Lil Baby, not so much, right?
But also
so like
different style in rapping.
Absolutely.
Than
absolutely.
Lil Baby, right?
But it's a good record though, but it's a different type of record. That's what I mean. The records that he's been putting together for these artists seems like they're records that he brought to the artist, it seems like, and said like, this is a record I made for you to be on because I think your style would work for this. And then he kind of changes his style up to complement theirs. Yeah. Right, like he'll do the auto tune, he'll do this, he'll do that, right? Like so, look at that Ty Dolla $ign song, "Late to the Party." He comes in, you can tell like he's doing a little bit of auto tune and shit like that in that song, like a little bit amplifying his voice, right? So I don't know. I just figured it was worth mentioning because again, we're very much looking forward to whatever project Joyner comes out with. But the way he rolls out, and it's evident that it seems like it's going to happen again with this project is it's not my favorite thing. I mean.
I'm not. I would, if it does come out where there's a few more like this, and you can just find the other ones as singles. Anyways, I never end up hearing the whole album. I never end up, locking in the whole album or something. Let's say on my playlist or downloading the whole album, right? Because of that reason, right?
Yeah.
There's no point. If you got half the songs, you just might as well grab the other half anyways afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But some people want the hard copy. I mean, I don't think there's hard copies, but digital copies now and purchase. Like I don't even know where you get music if you don't listen to it on fucking Spotify or one of those iTunes platforms where you actually get the whole album. You don't have to pay for fuck all anymore.
Yeah.
Really. Music's out there. How do they make their money? That's what I wonder sometimes too, right?
Right. Not for nothing. I actually still think his first album is my favorite still. The one that's the phone number.
Whatever, yeah.
That's still my that's still my that's
408.
I just love that style of his rap on that album. So that's why when I heard Duck Duck Goose and he said it's a little bit of old Joyner, I was like, okay, you can clearly still do it. I respect the man for trying to do different things with different, like, the last fucking album, which I know you didn't love the last album he put out, not the ADHD Evolution, right? I remember you weren't as hot on that one. And I agree. I mean, in comparison, it's probably his weakest album to date, I would say. Not that it's bad. I just think if you're going to compare it to ADHD and the other one previous to that, I mean, those are two great fucking albums. This one felt like a lot of leftovers, to be honest, or like in the moment kind of thoughts and things he wanted to put out there. A few good features, but he had that fucking Ashani record, which is awesome. Like that Ashani record he did. But again, that was like him doing that type of record, right? The R&B ish type of, that's what I mean. Like, you know, so
who wouldn't want to fucking lay in the bed or whatever?
Right. She looks great. But I mean, like, but that's what I mean. He did the Ashani record. He did a record with Ross. He did a record about Will Smith with Will Smith on in the remix. That's what I mean. That was all an evolution. So he did some big move. Oh yeah. Cause he hooked up with Snoop.
And he gave Snoop that thing after Snoop's mom.
His mom passed. Yeah.
So he gave him a like a diamond encrusted thing with him and his mother and and it was actually it made the old man like little teary eyed there, man. And he goes, hey, when are you gonna produce those? He threw that in. So when am I gonna produce those videos, right? Yeah. So
I gotta tell you, I love seeing. I think that we're entering an age of now as we've gotten older and we're seeing a lot of these older rappers that have continued to make music now, hooking up with a lot of these new guys. I love seeing it. The guys that actually show respect for these dudes and like, cause they paved the way for them, like the Joiners and like even like all the Griselda guys now, like Conway. That's a dude that
doesn't care about himself. He's the type of guy just to like
the features that he's on. He has a song with Ludacris. He has one with Method Man. Like these are interesting rappers that have on these songs. That's what I mean. Like these are like guys that aren't gonna like attract maybe younger crowds
like a Ludacris,
right, but these are great fucking rappers in their time and still now. Like that's what I mean. Like he's smart about his features. Like those are great tracks, man. Those ones he did 2 songs with Method Man. Never mind. I think he has 2 songs with Method Man, if I'm not mistaken.
I know there's one for
sure. There's one for sure. Maybe there was another one. There was the one with Ludacris. There's another guy he did a song with too. I'm thinking of the one with what's his name? Nori.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's the Nori song.
Yeah. He's done with Nori. He's done a few with
like who's doing songs like out of the new group of people like with these guys. Like that's great. Like Benny, same thing. Like these guys are like these guys are hot for features. Like these are them like street kind of rapper type dudes that everyone wants to do songs with Griselda guys. But like the fact that they're choosing some of these guys to do these songs with are like old school guys. Like I really love that. I love seeing it, man. I'm here for it all day. All day. The Mount Westmore shit that doesn't mean like all day.
I can't wait for that album to drop too, because that's gonna be fucking interesting.
Snoop new album, Eminem fucking song possibly on there. What I'm hearing, like these are
Westmore. Like those are some old school favorites on there.
Right.
You got Too Short, you got fucking E40, you got fucking
E40,
Ice Cube. You got E40, but dude, these guys are hilarious too. And they're not
E40 is hilarious. Yeah.
They're in their 50s, easy.
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm thinking it's great though that they're doing it. That's what I mean. And then at the Super Bowl, we're getting the Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, fucking Mary J. Blige, right? I think is the woman who's gonna be with them, right? And Kendrick Lamar, kind of a little bit of the new
school. A little bit of everything. They got black, white, woman, white, male, female. It's all crazy.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Really,
I'm here for it.
And the football is really trying to come together as one.
Yeah,
not just some white dude singing on.
I'm here for it. No, I'm
Springsteen.
yeah.
He's always the one. Yeah, I don't know. Or cover bands or stuff like that. Crazy.
No, it's I can't wait. I can't wait, man. So, I really can't wait, man. It's gonna be great.
Imagine he brings out Joyner now or something, Snoop, or he does a feature on one of those Mount Westmore albums because of that touch. You didn't have to get it. Snoop didn't need your fucking.
You don't have to do any of this shit that they're doing, right? That's what I mean. That's what I love about it.
I think these young guys are making more money than these old guys ever did in the time,
right?
And now, Snoop knows how to carry himself and how to hustle himself. He knows what he's doing. He's dressing up in fucking
Snoop's on a show
suits.
With
he's in fucking space, outer space, bro, in that video, dude.
Snoop's on what do you call it? He just has a baking show that just had a Halloween baking show with Martha Stewart this past Halloween. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he co-hosts things. Yeah, he co-hosts TV shows now. He does all
he's
kinds
on sporting events. Like he's performing at fucking whatever UFC or whatever. Like he's commentating on commentator on like that shit. Like that's what I mean.
NFL, stuff like
he's
that.
got his he's one of the smartest. he is the probably, I would say, the most well-known rapper, I think, at this point in time in the
for
world.
sure. I think
Because in terms of
everybody
like
grew up with
he's
him.
on everything. He's on Trailer Park Boy. You know what I mean? We talked about it here before. This guy's in
he's
everything.
just-
This guy's in
he
everything.
just keeps going, man.
Everyone loves Snoop Dogg.
That's
Like,
it.
you know what I mean? Like, he's a very approachable dude, right? In that sense. So
Just
yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be like Snoop Dogg. That's what it is, man. Just relax and get
Yeah.
stoned. That's it.
But the fact that he's apparently amping out to put this really hot album again, like it's
I'm
great,
waiting.
man.
I
Great.
can't wait to hear this. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this should be an interesting album because I mean, he doesn't come out with albums all the time either, too. So
Well, I think
or
the
even
only other time he's has been with Eminem on a song, I think, is in Marshall Mathers LP 2 on Bitch Please 2. I think that's the only time that he's been on a track with Eminem, I believe, right?
probably, I think so.
I think so. I think that's
so,
the
if I'm
only
not-
other time that I can recall.
Yeah.
Is on Bitch Please 2, which is like with him, Dre, and fucking what's his name? The other West Coast guy, holy shit, Exhibit. Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, he's
old man now too. Fuck, man.
I used to
Everybody's
love
just-
Exhibit, man. I
everybody
love
loves his
Exhibit.
he
Man.
loves his voice, right?
I love Exhibit, man.
No,
Yeah, he's
it was.
good.
He had some good times. Out
He
there,
did.
But yeah, but
He
you
did.
know. So we'll have to see what comes. We'll have to see what drops out. So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, there you have it. But
But,
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of our little music talk that me and Jay don't get to do as often these days. So
we
there
tried
you
to
have
keep
it.
it quiet on the drive home one night, but it was like, fuck, how do you keep this shit quiet, man? When you're trying to talk about like, fuck, it's hard, man. It's not easy, guys.
Yeah, because sometimes the best ideas come up in the moment, right? And then we try to bring it to the show, and there's that whole thing, right? It's a little difficult at times, but anyways, let's get into hot takes, shall
Yeah,
we?
let's
Let's
do it.
get into some hot takes here. Get ready for this,
Can't
guys.
wait
Should
to
be
hear this
interesting.
Sweat, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Julie for that awesome intro. It's been a while since I got to play that, right? I think we debuted it on the last time I guess I filled in for someone on Late Night Chat. So it's been quite a while. So this is hot takes. This is the way we set this up is, like I said, we're just gonna throw up a topic of conversation. If we got hot takes on this, or we got things to say, if we it could even get a little bit argumentative, for the sake of the conversation here. Please join in the comments and let us know your thoughts as well. Yes, thank you, Julie. Yes, shout out to Julie.
Julie.
Hey, Leslie, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. All right, so let's see. Let's start the clock here. I don't have the bell ready. The bell's like hidden behind the wall there, so I don't really want to struggle for that now that I got this fucking glass case behind me here. So
Yeah,
let's see here.
That move that wasn't there before. So see, okay,
was not.
That's something that I noticed, but we'll see what else I can figure out. You wonder if that's part of hot takes. JT, what did you find? What? Oh, sorry. What did I change in my room here? Man, I'm
Okay,
still
you
trying to
ready?
think it. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
All right, everybody. So we're gonna hit the clock. It's not gonna be a bell, but
I'm gonna get a timer.
man, I wish I would really get that bell though. To be honest with you.
It has to be an app that has a fucking bell, man.
Yeah,
You know,
probably.
like something like a ding or some shit
Okay.
like that.
It's okay. How about you? You got your tablet there? You got anything on there?
Well, you can use your timer there. I got something that I could probably figure out how to do a bell or whatever. So I can figure it out, but who knows, man?
No,
I
it's
can
okay. I
always
got
just
it here. I
can
got it
look
here.
over and go ding. Like I have a coin flipper, I have a compass on my phone, but that's one thing phones don't have is a bell.
There you go. Okay, we'll do this 5 minutes. You need a soundboard, yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
I mean,
thanks,
I got one on the
Captain
computer here, but like,
Obvious. Yeah,
I could pull up a soundboard. Hold on, let me see if I can get a bell on the web.
a bell on the web. No, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can always.
There we
just
go. We
do
got
it
one.
when
We
it's
got
time.
one. Bell soundboard.
There you go. Boom,
Let's
ping,
see here.
pong. Let's see how many different.
Do
You
you guys hear that out there? You want a boxing bell? Oh, there's all kinds of bells here. Ready for this?
Boxing one? Yeah. What's the boxing one? That's after we're fighting.
Oh no, pop-ups. This bell thing is in.
Oh,
This bell site's got pop-ups.
Who adds pop-ups to a bell site?
These guys.
That's it.
All
Round
right,
one.
you ready? All right.
Round one.
Hope you guys can hear that out there. Hold
I
on.
should do my Vince McMahon voice.
Let's get ready to rumble. All right.
Here's Julie.
All right.
There you go.
All right, here we go. First one up. All right, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hit the buzzer. Here we go. So did you hear about this shit? How fucking Alec Baldwin accidentally shot somebody on the set of his new film? Got given a hot gun, like a gun, I guess like a stunt gun that apparently I guess had misfired and actually had a bullet that killed somebody, shot somebody through another person. Do you hear about this shit?
Yeah. It's fishy, dude.
Right?
Yeah. How do you have live rounds on a set? Like,
I feel so. I mean, I feel so bad for this fucking guy though that this happened to him. Like, it's not fishy in the sense I think he purposely did this, but like, who knows? Like, you've heard about these things happening on sets before, crazy stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people when this came up referenced the Brendan Lee thing with the Crow. Bruce Lee's son, he died on the making of The Crow with something similar, and that was like a cursed film apparently because there's all these people that died or with the Bruce Lee type shit of right. So
they started commenting on go
right. So I mean, like, there could have been some foul play. I know that they said they were still investigating it. I feel really bad for obviously the person that was affected that got killed by this unsuspectedly. That really fucking sucks. The worst thing that I saw was fucking Donald Trump Jr., who hates on Alec Baldwin, maybe because of the fact he made fun of his father on SNL all those times. I don't know the exact reason, or the fact that he hates, I guess, the Republicans. Maybe he was really rallying against them during the election, right? Yeah. And I know he was very outspoken about them. He was selling t-shirts that said guns don't kill people, Alec Baldwin kills people. Selling t-shirts, Jay. What the fuck is that? That is horrible. He's a piece of shit scumbag. Of course, we all do that already about Don Jr., this cokehead. But I mean, let's be honest though. Alec Baldwin shooting, really fucking feel really bad for the fucking guy. Honestly, I don't know. It seems like he made a most recent statement very recently, I think this past day, about it again. And he's trying to tell people that they should have security on the sets. They should have people checking for this shit. It seems like now he's getting very defensive because he feels a lot of guilt as a result of what happened, obviously, right? Yeah.
He's also being pressurized by a lot of the media and the paparazzi and all that stuff. And I've seen him get very, vicious when it comes to people like recording him, outside of, his work.
He's beat up a lot of paparazzi in the past. Absolutely. Yes.
He's got issues. I mean, and whether or not it's Donald Trump's son I still think that's in regards to he killed his dad's career, basically, is what I feel like he says, and not about the guns thing and this whole thing. I don't think it might have anything to do with that, but it's just he is a dick, and to have something that says something like that. But you know what? For all due respect, I mean, Alec Baldwin was making fucking, it's what he makes a living off of, right? Yeah. Doing that kind of shit.
And he is involved. He is involved, I think, in the directing or production of this film. This one, I think it's called Rust, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a TV show, isn't it?
No, it's a movie, I believe. It's not a TV show.
I thought it was on.
Is it a TV show?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, so maybe it's a TV show. Mistaken. Okay, so maybe I'm mistaken in that sense. But if you guys know some more about that in the chat, let us know. Of course, if we're wrong on any of these points, that's we tend to make mistakes here sometimes, right?
No, not me, man.
There was an amateur and had multiple complaints from another set she worked on. She's going to go down for this and write for there we go. So Julie said there is, I guess, more information out there now that the person who was involved in this actually loading the gun that handed the hot gun to him, apparently that ended up he shot off, that ended up shooting somebody else. So she's under investigation possibly now. Rust is a movie, and it'll probably never finish because of this.
American Rust.
Okay, I was right.
I got a little bit
also, they were allowed to shoot real bullets in between takes. I did hear about that. Now this is a method that has been done on other sets though. I mean, this is not something new.
That's weird.
But the fact that it went wrong on this set, and the fact that either they mixed it up or didn't fucking know. And again, this isn't the first time something like this has happened, but I really like Alec Baldwin. I think he's a great actor. He doesn't really do too much dramatic roles, these days, here and there. He had a long stint on 30 Rock. He's a great SNL host. Always great in that sense. So I didn't feel really bad for him because I think Alec Baldwin was a good dude. I've heard him on interviews on Howard Stern and stuff like that. I like him. I feel really bad about this. That's my final thought on that. Jay, anything else?
Yeah, it's
30 seconds.
I'm going with what Julie says. Real bullets have no place on a film set. I think so too. I don't fucking think They need real bullets. They got rubbers. They
Stunts
got
happen on film sets all the time that put people in danger, though. I know they hire people to do that, though.
Bullets are one thing, bro. That kills a person instantly. That could kill a person instantly. You know what? You don't need them. Shoot fucking pellets. Shoot stuff like that. You don't need real bullets on to set in between.
I don't think you need it, but I'm just saying this
says
says something that's occurred.
between,
right.
So
yeah. No, absolutely.
Fuck. Keep the fucking bullets at home.
All right, there you have it. I like that. All right, here we go. Marvel's The Eternals movie. So I just watched this.
You can use the 5 minutes on this one because I don't know if I haven't watched this.
Yeah, so this is the newest Marvel movie that came out. Of course, like, you know, I always watch all the Marvel movies. I'm a big Marvel and comic book fan. Now, The Eternals has never been like a big property. I think that this was one film that I saw the trailer for that was coming out of Marvel. That I saw the trailer. I was a little worried by looking at the trailer. I wasn't really interested in seeing it from the trailer. I went in with low expectations. I liked most of the cast. I thought it has a really good cast in it. It has a lot of people from Game of Thrones in it. Is the guy who plays Jon Snow and the brother of the Red Wedding. That actor is in it too. He's one of the Eternals. So this is a not as known or loved property from Marvel Comics from back in the day, that they're basically making more of, like, you know, I think expanding more of their cosmic universe characters and godlike characters and stuff, like, I guess, doing bigger picture stuff. The movie was getting a lot of bad reviews. I went and saw it on what day was it? Sunday, I guess I went and saw it. So yesterday. It was fine. That's all I got to say on it, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, it was fine. I don't think it was fucking horrible. And I was expecting it to be possibly really fucking horrible. It was possibly bad. It was not great. It was not great. It was very fucking boring at times. Like, I'll say that. And you had to, like, by the end of the film, maybe about halfway through the film, when you finally started to get to know some of the characters, although some of them are very wooden and hollow, and you didn't really feel much for a lot of these characters because of the fact that there's these entities, like these guys that are guardians of the planet, essentially, but they're like tasked to like only fight this one thing on the planet, like these things called deviants that are like these creatures that came to Earth, and they were made by these gods called Celestials, basically to protect the Earth and fight the deviants, or so they believe, or so they thought. And then as the movie goes on, without spoiling things, more is revealed, and you kind of go from there. It was just fine. It wasn't that impressive. It was very boring at times. It had a good cast. I thought, thank God for Kumail. I forgot his last name, but the guy that was on Silicon Valley, the Pakistani guy, he's fucking hilarious in this movie. Thank God for some of the comedy relief in this movie. The guy who played Paperboy in Atlanta, the Childish Gambino, Donald Glover show, he was in it. He was really great. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Celestials, deviants. Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, they're talking about this is a movie about like godlike creatures. They're not really involved with the rest of the Marvel universe. They are kind of showing you a bigger scope of the universe and the Marvel stuff and how they're connected. And I don't know when they're going to pop up again, for that matter. But by the end of the movie, with the 2 secret endings, there was some reveals of things coming up in the future that I'm really excited for. They showed about 3 new characters that I'm really excited for in that sense, and the expansion of the Marvel universe. And I'm always going to watch these movies, and I'm going to always enjoy them to some degree. This isn't the worst travesty I think I've ever seen from Marvel. But it was not that great. I will say that. It was,
They have, I think they have a TV show still based on that. I think
that was the Inhumans TV show. So that wasn't it wasn't an Eternals TV show.
I thought there was one Eternals.
So eventually, well, that's the thing. First, they were pushing the Inhumans, and the Inhumans were going to basically be, I think, the answer for that was this Eternals movie. I think was supposed to be the Inhumans originally, but then they came out with a TV show instead. The TV show bombed. It was a piece of shit. Yeah. That was horrible, apparently. And they're very similar type of characters that they could have used in this film. So I think whatever ideas it seems like they had for that movie, they scrapped and put it into this Eternals movie, and I don't think it played very well to people. It's because it honestly, at the start of the film, you get like a long thing of text, like a Star Wars film. Like almost kind of explaining you who these characters are. No, that's what I mean.
I don't even read anyways.
But it goes by so quick, and you're trying to understand these new people and names and places and all this other shit. By the time the movie starts, you're like, "What the fuck am I watching?" And then you get introduced to all these characters,
You
and
gotta kind of figure
there's
it out.
like 8 of them, and you're just like, so by the time the movie ends, you're like, oh, okay, I like this guy, I like that guy, but it takes you so long to get there.
Yeah.
It just,
hear what you're
it was great. Possibly, I wouldn't say their first flop. There were some other ones I don't really. Yeah, wait till it comes out on Netflix. Absolutely, guys.
That's it, man. That's the best way to do it.
I think that's right on that one. So there we go. All right. Next one. All right. David Chappelle.
Oh, this guy again.
Jay.
Every time I keep hearing about him, holy fuck.
David Chappelle. I mean,
David.
hated by the trans community as of recently for his outspokenness and deciding to make the whole newest special that he put out, The Closer, essentially, basically the whole thing is focused on the trans community and jokes against the trans community. But basically coming to some sort of a basic, it seems like, understanding. He brings it all back around. If you care to watch the special, by the end of the special, I think he made a lot of great points, and you learn a lot of things. I don't really want to spoil it for anybody that is interested actually to go and watch this special. His last of his Netflix specials, The Closer. Of course, he kind of really dug in, I think, due to cancel culture and a lot of other things that were said about him, about making trans jokes previously in his last couple of specials on Netflix. He really made this focus of this last special all about, for the most part, about all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought it was great. I thought, you know what, the problem I think is people don't have the attention span to sit through everything. I like the jokes regardless before I even heard the end. Like I'd sit there and I didn't hear the whole thing, and I'd still like the punchlines and stuff, just the way he delivered it. I still thought it was, I don't think there was anything completely wrong with it. I don't know. But I'm also, this is coming from J2. So, I mean,
listen,
I don't think there's anything wrong with
David Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's my favorite comedian, and he still will be my favorite comedian past this. I'm not canceling him. I'm not saying it, but could he have focused on something else for this last special and made it an even better special in the sense of the content and the jokes he actually brought to the table? I think absolutely. I'm not against what he did. No, best. I'm not against what he did, but I think that he's so good. He could have done jokes on so many things. And he does a little bit at the start, but then he kind of really gets into the whole trans thing. And I just think he's much better than what this special was. This is probably one of his weaker specials, just in terms of the jokes and the laughs, not the content, not what they're about. Yeah. I'm not even going based on that. I'm saying as someone who's seen like all his comedy specials, this is probably one of his weaker ones, because I think it was more about him making a point, or him really sticking it to the community, that it was kind of, for freedom of speech, and the fact that he is a comedian and he's just exploring some of these themes with these jokes and things, and he brought it all back around in some sort of understanding, at least that he had about this shit at the end. I think it's the shit about all the people walking out from Netflix and Netflix standing by him and defending him, and that whole kind of clusterfuck that happened as a result of that. That's kind of a mess and a shame in the sense that it's caught, you know what I mean? Like, it's causing so much issues for that company, but I respect that they stuck by, are standing by him, the owner of Netflix, and saying that, I think it's more of a comment on cancel culture. I think a lot of this shit, and the fact that they said he can't make jokes about this, so he really pushes. So I
can do what I want.
Right.
Because you know what, comedy is really based on freedom of speech. Now, although he honestly, I don't think he had
absolutely,
to give him,
Leslie.
I didn't have to give him I don't think he had to give him his full everything. I mean, he's gonna have more of this. He's not done. It's just because he's done with his last special from Netflix.
I know he's not done. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's one of the biggest comedians.
Cancel me, bitch, or his next fucking tour will be called or something like that.
Well, he was seen saying, if this is what being canceled's all about, then he's loving, like, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot the quote, and it's funny. Some interesting people came to his defense. I think what's her name?
People too. I mean,
no,
there's still even that community too.
What's her name there? The ones that was with the Kardashians.
The guy girl.
No, what's his name?
Bruce?
What's her name? Yeah.
Bruce.
Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. Okay. Caitlyn Jenner came to his defense and said it's not about that. Like, they're making it about something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of the people that were complaining about this, this special, aren't fans of his comedy anyways, aren't really there to listen to this. If they really stuck around to the end and heard his story about how he did embrace that community by actually making friends with a trans person that he met in the comedy community, who stuck up for him, because she was a fan of comedy and he gave her a shot and all this kind of stuff. And then she ended up killing herself because the community actually attacked them as a result of her defending Dave Chappelle. Like, if you really stick around to the end and you hear about all this, you know, it's a very interesting special. I think it's important in the sense that he's got one of the biggest voices, I think, in that community right now, not the trans community, the community, like in terms of comedy, right? Mm-hmm. One of the biggest comedians. He should be allowed to speak his mind about shit like this too, I think. So, and that's, you know, you got anything else?
Keep it simple. No.
Yeah.
He should have just done it. He should have just kept doing it. I would keep doing it. Next special too.
So I'm catching up with this show. I'm actually late to the party on watching this.
Uh-oh.
I know that you were talking about it. A lot of other people were talking to us about it. You know, about this show. You're all caught up. Did you end up watching the third and most recent season of this?
Yeah, they've watched like 6 shows since then, full seasons. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did end up watching the third season of this. I kind of like the way it was going. At the top of my head, I'm kind of drawing a blank in the sense of how it ended, the whole thing. But it's hard to go into it without having everybody. You haven't watched it yet, so if I say anything,
no, I'm in the middle of season 2 right now, so don't spoil season 3 for me. But I just wanted to say that I am catching up on it. It is a really great show.
It's a family show. That's all I have to say.
I like how they changed up from the ending of season 1, how they transitioned into season 2 with him relocating. I like how it's kind of building this kind of character up. Again, I'm not seeing season 3, so don't spoil it for me, keeping that in mind. Yeah. It kind of gives me early Dexter vibes. I think a lot of it, honestly, it does feel like a little bit like the earlier seasons of Dexter's that I quite enjoyed. Yeah. I thought that was really good. I do like it. I think it's good, you know, good. What's his name is in it? Chris D'Elia, who also got canceled, is in the second season. I just saw him get killed, right? Because he's kind of a scumbag who is a predator to younger girls, which kind of is weird because it was like life imitating art, because he also got caught hitting on younger girls on the internet, right? Yeah, so very interesting that came out. I remember hearing about that when they tried to cancel him, and that came out in the news after the fact. Of him starring in this show, but at the time I wasn't really caught up with that. So we're getting caught up with this show. Probably in the next week, we'll be caught up all together, you know, with the end of season 3. Is there going to be a season 4? Is what I'm curious about.
I think it left it open.
Yeah,
I haven't. I think it left it open to interpretation, just like a lot of TV shows do. I don't know yet. I don't know if they've confirmed anything. You know what I mean? It literally just came out. So I mean, it all started with an unsuspected at the end of season 3. All of a sudden, an unsuspected thing that it changed from the end of season 3 on how that kind of kicked off season 2. Season 3 kind of did a little bit of a twist, and it goes from there, right? Like it all has to do with the family situation in that sense, right? The marriage, their story, like the kid and everything like that. So you know, it's interesting, and I think you'll like it. I think you'll really enjoy this season. I think anybody that's gonna check it out,
right,
would like it. But like I said, I don't know. It's open to interpretation again. Season 3, to have a season 4, but you know, a lot of these shows they're canceling after 3 seasons.
Yeah, so Netflix. There, right? I think 4 is like the max or something that they usually do, right? I mean, they just announced the fact that fucking finally that show we've been waiting on forever is coming in I think the 3rd week of January or something. The one with
there's so many.
Jason Bateman, Ozark. Yeah, that's finally coming
right?
At the start of January finally. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But yeah, I'm just glad to finally be watching him. I mean, it's funny because the guy's definitely a creep. It's funny that he creeps on people and stalks them and then judges other people in these people's lives, including themselves, in the way they interact with the world. But yet he's the one that's creeping on them. You know, crazy too. It's interesting because like he is a good guy in some instances and to some degree and in certain situations.
He does it for the right reason.
But he's obsessive. Like you know what I mean? That's his problem. Like this guy gets into like this like headspace where he's like fantasizing about these people and fucking like, you know what I mean? Killing. And like, yet he doesn't, and he's a horrible fucking criminal. I keep finding time and time again. He fucks up a lot, this guy. That's what I mean. Like, it's like,
yeah, you know, it's just, he's always having to correct himself and fix himself. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's always, you know, he's fucking up and he's always it's not like, he's not like a Dexter. Dexter doesn't fucking leave anything behind.
Until the end. Like he gets a little, you know, he gets at the end of like
he gets sloppy.
He gets sloppy towards the end. He's got a lot on the go, right?
There's an explanation.
But
for that, though.
this guy's pretty sloppy too, though. At times, I feel he's very sloppy. He's not a criminal mastermind,
No,
right?
but he's also trying to be a family man. That's the thing, too, bro. He's trying to be a pillar of the community at the same time.
It's an interesting show to say the least, right?
It's
I mean,
very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So,
you know, he's very good at making you believe he's one thing but yet doing something else underneath, right? So, you know, he's one of, you know, he reminds me of like a Charles Manson, you know, something like that. Ted
so
Bundy.
Jay's a big fan, as you can tell.
Yeah, shit. Ring my bell.
So what the fuck is going on with this guy
don't
lately,
know.
right? Like, honestly, like, I mean, Jada Pinkett needs to stop talking about this fucking guy. Like, I feel really bad every time she's like, okay, and I'm just putting this out here because we know, you know, so we got some people in the chat. I got some people that are going to probably accuse me of being one-sided in the, you know, man-woman type fucking conversation here, right?
I don't care.
But let me
There's
put
only
this
one
out there.
side to this,
I'm
so
aware that Will Smith apparently had infidelity. Like, he apparently was hooking up with people because they had but they had an open relationship, from what I understand, out of these two in their history in the past. He
Never knew
apparently
that
had
one.
hooked up with people previous to all this shit, and then he kind of got into a slump, it seems like, with himself personally, and now he's coming out with a book. He's bringing out a book now, and he's been talking and revealing all this shit that he almost contemplated suicide and all this other shit that's been going on that we didn't really know behind the scenes. He's been kind of doing like this book tour now, and he's been talking about this kind of shit with him in his life, and he's getting into some really personal stuff. But previous to this, I think with that fucking Red Table Talk or whatever, that show that the fucking Jada Pinkett Smith has, she's talking about how this guy is shitty in bed and all this kind of stuff. I don't need to know, like, you know what I mean? Like it seems like I don't understand how this marriage is like, why they're even together. Like, she, every opportunity she gets, she doesn't got anything else interesting to say. She's got to tell you, has to talk shit about Will Smith. Like, I'm like, why are you talking about this?
It's gonna turn into like an Angelina Jolie in the end. You know, Will Smith is still gonna be Will Smith after all this, regardless. Okay, he's like another Brad Pitt or you know what I mean, George Clooney. They don't disappear. Those guys, you always remember those guys. Will Smith is a great guy, and I think, you know, of course, we. I mean, I grew up on him, and you grew up on him, but physically. But you know what? We probably would have done a better job than Jada. But as that being said, honestly, he's I think he's a great person, and for him to have contemplating suicide, I don't think anybody out there that's not human hasn't thought of something in that way at all. Okay, if you're not human, if you don't have some sort of emotions, and you've never actually said that in your mind, not actually do it, but you know, like the guy's just normal. He's a human being. He has his problems. His family has their problems. You know what I mean? He can't be perfect. Under the camera, he looks perfect. Everything on TV looks perfect, you know? But it's not like that in real life, right? Here we go.
All right.
But you know what I mean? It's not like that in real life, right? So
yeah, listen, no worries, man. You go watch the game with the boys. Oh yeah, by the way, I beat you again this week. Yeah, you know, Farron. Congrats to your buddy Farron for being first in the pool. Feels great. You know, Rob wouldn't know anything about that. Neither would I this week, so for that matter. But I know I beat Rob, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Shout out to Rob.
Sorry, dude. I had to say that,
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel really bad for this fucking guy every time like Jada Pinkett Smith says something about him. Yeah, like it seems like that keeps coming up, and like I don't know if this is their weird way. They have a very strange relationship. I don't know if this is their weird way of promoting the book or promoting their family and getting other shit off the ground. Like it's just like I'm like, you got nothing else interesting to say? Like I'm like, do you have anything else to talk about than your fucking infidelities in your marriage, or like how Will is shitty in bed, or how you love other men, or you know what I mean? Like every time it's something like this. It seems like I don't know. I don't like him getting told off on the not told off, but like put on this, you know, on display, spot, like for his fan. Yeah, on the hot takes. Yeah, I don't like it, man. I really don't like it, man. I like Will Smith too much.
He's a nice guy, and that's it. He seems humble. He seems everything.
Thank you. I don't know. He was rambling there. I just let him go. That's the whole point of this segment. Thank you for translating.
Nobody needs to translate what I said, man. I know what I said.
Yeah, it's okay. But week to week, you just keep losing. I'll catch up. Don't you worry.
Hey, Will Smith is just a great guy. But
yeah, you know,
just becoming bored on the news. Yeah, you don't need to see it. Like
he's been in the news a lot this past week. That's why I brought this up. Is because you know what I mean. Like he's on the book tour now. He mentioned the thing about suicide. That's not what's surprising me. Like obviously the guy's had issues, and just because these people are rich doesn't mean that they can have issues like that. And as we can see, they have a lot of issues, marital and otherwise, right? But like it's just like, you know, it's more about Jada Pinkett Smith stop talking about her husband in this negative way. Like, how the fuck do you think he feel? Like, this is probably why the guy was.
The fuck a divorce. It's probably cheaper for them anyways. Fuck.
Like, I don't know. I just don't see him bad mouthing her this way. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way she does.
If he did, she probably deserved it. Sorry. I'm just telling you the truth. But you know, if they're arguing both ways, it's, you know what? Somebody deserves it.
Just don't do it on a public. You know, don't do it like on a public platform like this on her fucking Red Table Talk or whatever the hell. I talk about something else. Got nothing interesting going on.
Nothing interesting going on in her life. That's why. Straight up.
All right.
I'm more interesting.
So, have you ended up seeing this yet? I
have still not seen it.
The long-awaited and anticipated prequel movie to The Sopranos. Did you watch this yet?
I have not watched it. Maybe that's something I'm gonna have to put on. Maybe that's something I'll have to put on so that I can, you know, say that I can compare it to something I can compare it to this year.
I've only watched it once. Yes. I watched it in theaters opening day. Only watched it once, even though you could stream it from home. I watched it in theaters opening day. I only watched it once.
Yes, you love the theaters.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not amazing. That was hard for me to say.
This guy, it's
not that great.
Am I gonna offend?
No,
James Campbell,
I don't care about.
Dead? I'm gonna make it feel bad because I'm talking about.
No. I wanted it to be amazing, and it just wasn't. There was a lot of stuff I liked in it. There was performances I liked in it. There were certain parts I liked in it. I think overall it's a bit of a mess, though. And you're always going to kind of get into this territory when you try to do a prequel to a beloved fucking HBO series where there's hours and hours each season that they're able to flesh out this story. This was a very tight 2-hour film. Yeah. And I think that the difficulty with what they were trying to do in the movie, for anybody that's seen it there or is interested in seeing it, is that they couldn't really pick a lane. It was almost like it was a period piece, and they were trying to depict a certain time back then as a period piece for this film, and trying to depict like what's going on there, you know, with the riots, the race riots, and this kind of stuff. So you had a whole story about that, and seeing the blacks in the neighborhood interact with the gangsters at that time, and seeing them come up, and obviously the racism being a big part of it, everything going on at that time. Yeah. And in New York, and you see in New Jersey, you see all this stuff going on in the film. Yeah. And that's one of the focuses of the movie. But then in the other focus, you got all these nods and kind of moments that they had to put in there for the fans of The Sopranos, things that were mentioned in The Sopranos that they had to give. It was a lot of fan service, essentially. It was a lot of fan service. It was a very fan servicey movie. There was moments where they had people impersonating characters from the main series when they were young. Some of them were done well. Some of them were not done well. Some of the casting was good. Some of the casting was bad. That's what I mean. So it was a bit of a mess. It was a bit of all over the place. There was certainly great things I liked in it. And as a fan of Sopranos, again, it's one of those things where it's hard for me to say that it's a piece of shit, because David Chase, the creator in Sopranos, was involved in this, right? Like he made
a shitty ending, and he made a shitty beginning.
He did not make a shitty ending. Okay. First of all, second of all, yeah. No? Sorry. Very good. That's good. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's not shit, but it wasn't
what you expected.
I knew it wasn't gonna. There's no way you can erase 6 years of a fucking great show like The Sopranos and expect this movie to be better than that. It's not going to be. I already knew that going into it, of course, but I think that a lot of it was very fan servicey. If you didn't watch the show, or you weren't a fan of the show, I don't know what you would get out of this film. And it's a bit all over the place, and I had a lot of issues with it, and I need to watch it again really to get like a more clear understanding of like my enjoyment of this film, because like I went into it the first watch obviously trying to pick up on the connections between the series and the film. Now I'm going to try to go watch it again with this, keeping this out of my exactly,
because you did watch the whole series just
this past year. Yes,
so
again.
That's what I mean. Maybe that's where your expectations fucked up.
Right? I don't know,
because you were trying to go into it as a fan and watched it twice, 2 seasons. You've watched it twice in a row, right? Like
I've watched it many times. I've probably watched it like several times. Yeah.
So you're going into it as a fan, looking for stuff from the beginning, but the Sopranos itself. But remember, when they're kids, they don't have that personality and that kind of stuff. So maybe when they're younger, you know what I mean? It's a little different. They got to kind of twist the story. But yeah, I don't like when movies favor fans either. They got to start off and they got to just show how it kind of blends in. You know what I mean? do fan favorite shit and try to cater to fans
Yeah,
in that
but that's the
sense,
thing, and then
because-
it takes away from the story of the movie, like what they're trying to say. But at the same time, they were also trying to comment on the times, and it was like a period piece and all this shit. And you had like too many different stories and things going on where there was no focus to it. And then obviously he's coming from a place of having 13 episodes, hour-long episodes to explain his story for each season, right? He's doing a 2-hour movie here. So I don't think it translated well. Like I think that he's used to probably doing stuff more in that format, condensing everything into a 2-hour film.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Well, I
It's
know,
hard, right? I
especially
mean,
if you're
there's
doing
a
that
lot of
much.
storytelling to be done there, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think he met the mark. So
No.
I was disappointed to say
Yeah.
the least.
Well, I'll have to check it out, and I'll have to give you my, I'll
There
have
you
to
go.
let you
I'd
know
be
on
very
that,
interested.
'cause
See that
that's
one
not-
for the year
it's,
end.
It's literally open on my fucking
Yeah, you got to watch it.
computer.
It's worth the watch. All right. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, this came out. Probably, I think the news came out maybe the week that Julie was on the show last, if I can recall at the time. It was one of these things that I think they mentioned it on National Coming Out Day. I guess there's a day now where they talk where they announced this news for an issue that had yet to come out from DC Comics of the new Superman series that is actually Jonathan Kent, which is Superman's son. Of course, a lot of these headlines said Superman is now bisexual, which isn't the case. Superman's not bisexual. His son has come out as being bisexual in the comics. His son, who's now, I guess, a little older in the comics, they created him a couple of years ago, Jonathan Kent, and now he's coming out as bisexual in the comics. Obviously you had your people that reacted to this news poorly. I'm just here to say, like, for me personally, as a comic reader, I was reading the series before they announced this. I like Jonathan Kent a lot as a character. I don't love Superman as much as a character. I'm sorry?
He's not the one with the powers.
He has powers. Absolutely.
Yeah, but not like the other. There's actually 2 sons in the TV show now, which is really driving me nuts. It's fucking with me.
So the stuff that's going on in the TV show might be a little bit different than what's happening in the comic currently. So in the comic currently, Jonathan Kent is his son. And he got plucked from like another time. The Superman, like the current days Superman, was from like a different timeline Superman from back in the day. So he came and he has a son and he was married to Lois in this timeline. Basically, they had to adjust things in the comics. They press the reset button sometimes when things aren't going right in the comic, and then do all this multiverse type shit, all this kind of stuff, right? So he came to the present. And now his son has aged as a result of some comic stuff I won't get into here. But anyways, now he's an adult. So now Superman has to leave the planet. Okay. Superman has to leave the planet. He has to go away somewhere and do something, which they haven't really alluded to exactly what he's going to be doing. Yeah. But in his place, his son is going to be the Superman of Earth. Yeah. In the wake of all this, they decided to reveal the fact that he has a friend that's in the comic that he's now has feelings for, and that he's bisexual. The issue has yet to come out. It hasn't come out yet. I think it's supposed to be coming out this week or next week or something like that. Anyways, I'm just saying, I don't know why this thing sometimes make headlines. I don't care either way. That's great for him. Like, I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I just don't think that like they should try to sell comics based on this kind of stuff. I get it. There is people that are going to identify with the character, that enjoy the fact that he's bisexual and will be able to identify in that sense and relate to it and all this kind of shit. I understand why they do it. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know why that has to be a selling point. What difference does it make what you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And as a comic reader, I don't care either way. I'm not against it at all. I do it, but just like it seems like a ploy for them just to sell more comics.
I think they're late to the party. I believe DC fucked up and
comics period is late to the party, and they're trying to make up for the fact of not having all straight characters and like not all but majority all straight white male and chicks with big tits and whatever, all this kind of shit. Now they're trying to be all inclusive about all kinds of different people, and I think it's great. But the fact that they have to make headlines and try to make sales based off of this, I think it's a weird move, man. Like, I don't think you need to fucking make this an announcement. Just fucking tell the story. If he's bisexual, what does it matter to the story? What does it matter to the story? That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's great.
I don't know how's that gonna happen. Like, how's it gonna translate? Okay, they stopped they stopped the actual TV show too. The Lois and Clark one.
Julie say the news making it clickbait. I just want to reiterate that I don't care that he is. That's great. Like, I'm not against it. Yeah. There is a group of people that are against this kind of shit in comics. Like, there is people against
in the world.
In the world too, period. Not even just comics. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't really care, but I just don't think it needs to be headline news. Like, just tell the story you're going to tell, whether he's one thing or the other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't
forget to pick up that first edition where he's making out with the guy. because that one's gonna be big money.
As
I'll
long
be
as
on
people
that one.
understand me, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
just
I
don't
totally
think
get
it's
it.
not a
I just-
a thing that, like, you know, especially in today's time. Why make this a headline?
I think that they're late to the party, and I think that they're just doing it because every other fucking TV show, comic, every other fucking thing out there has already been there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
well, yeah, exactly, because she's got the strength of a man.
No, I mean, there's a lot of characters now that,
Right.
and you know what it is? I could see it coming from a mile away.
Mhm.
They're basically,
Switching them
DC
up.
is, no, this is a money making move. They
Yeah.
just announced that one of the Robins, Tim Drake, is gay or bisexual like a month or two ago.
Mhm.
Do you not think they're going to fucking make a Superman and a Robin hook up together? Of course they are. This is
Mhm.
just them thinking down the road. They are. No, but that's what I mean. Like, this is, I guarantee it. That
You're
is
gonna love
sales. I think
know.
it's all sales for
It
them.
is. It is.
It's all sales for them. I
Yeah,
don't have a
that's-
problem with it. Just,
Yeah.
I think that's what it's money, right?
Cut me off. I was going.
All right.
Going down the wrong road.
This is a big one. This is a big one, everybody. If you haven't heard, this is hot takes, bro. It gets crazy. I'm just talking about Dave Chappelle, the trans thing. I think a lot of people were
Okay.
jumping ship here and there.
You guys stirring me up. You making me want to touch on
The
this
Travis
hashtag.
Scott's Astro World Festival, Jay. You even, you touched on this. You sent me the article about this too. What the fuck went on with this festival? Like, it
People
seems
are
like
fucked.
what is happening? So apparently it was 8 people, and now just reported today, I heard there's 11 confirmed deaths at this thing, ranging from the youngest kid being 14 years old to
The
20
fuck is a
to
14-year-old?
27 years old, bro, that were at this fucking festival of this guy. And like, shame on him for not stopping the fucking show.
Well,
Like,
well,
that
first of all-
he's getting a lot of bad looks because of that. Now I want to know everybody's opinion on that.
you-
What's your opinion on this?
14. What the fuck you doing at a party? Did you see the amount of people that were there? Did you see the wave push up towards the fucking thing? There was people jumping on stage telling him to shut the fucking thing down. He thought people were just
There was a
passing out
fucking
'cause of exhaustion.
ambulance in the crowd, and
Well,
this guy.
dude, you know what? They have to deal with that a lot. Unfortunately, they do deal with that a lot during big concerts like this. They deal with exhaustion, heat exhaustion, drugs.
And I get
Okay,
people
but when
like
people
being a
are doing
rager.
this-
I get when people want to make it a crazy
But
concert like that. It happens,
somebody
and
got
people want it. I
oh.
get it. I get it. I'm not against, like, that's
No.
rock and roll. That's everything. I get it in these
No.
concerts, but I like, to a certain degree, like, this isn't the first time a fucking concert has gone out of control. How
No.
many rap concerts has it been when people have been shot? I get it,
Yes.
but this is a weird occurrence. What happened here? Because no one can really, like, what is there?
Pinpoint what
People are
happened.
being injected by things. They're
Some
being
security guard with
trampled.
fentanyl
Yeah,
and
like,
there was a lot of
people
weird stories.
ODing. Like, what's going on? Like,
They
there's
want to sue. They want to sue the
Drake and the fucking, apparently I don't know how he's involved. Is this like his venue, like where they were at?
Who
Like,
knows, man? I don't know. Does he have anything to do with Travis Scott? I really don't. It's Astro World Festival, right? So I don't know who the fuck knows, right? But really, there was there was a fucking ambulance, Julie. It was nuts, man. And
I
that's
think
the scary part is that
this guy tried to turn around today and said he's refunding everybody. Like, that's gonna fucking make it. Is
Well,
that gonna bring back
back
the 11
people's
people
life.
that died?
Right,
Like,
is he the one responsible for being sued over this? Now, there's where a big issue comes up, because now that's what's going to happen. It's not only going to be this festival tragedy. They're talking about who's going to pay for all these these people.
Live Nation, Drake and Travis Scott are being sued for incited mayhem because he was apparently the one that kept.
hyped it up.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's why he's being sued, is because they're saying he
There's
added
gonna be a lot
fuel
of
to the
footage.
fire, because we can't blame all of this on the artist. Of course
No,
not.
no.
He not,
But
but
yeah,
he
they added-
apparently incited the riot even more so when shit was already going awry, apparently, and that's where he was wrong, and that's why
thought that
people.
Kardashians were there and they started
Right.
running up towards the stage. That's what happened.
Yeah, so I heard about this, about the jabbing people with fentanyl needles, and that which apparently all the information's been coming in, like,
Everywhere.
yeah, and it's not very clear still, all this shit, because obviously it's under
Just happened
investigation.
on Friday, I think.
But I think one of the guards apparently got hit by one of these needles, security, and he got passed out, and there was people ODing. And then also this may have been the reason why people were rushing in the crowd, but that's not also confirmed from what I heard. I'm like, I heard the needle thing, and then I'm hearing other things now, so I don't really know what was
Crowd
going
control
on.
was the thing. Crowd control was the problem, man. And they should have they overpacked it. Yeah, like Julie's saying, it's
Yeah.
overcapacity. That's the
Right.
only way something like that happens. When you get a wave
Yeah,
rush like
security
they
guard
had,
was jabbed. Yeah.
yeah, when you get a wave rush like of that, it looked literally like a wave.
Yeah.
Did you see it? It looked
Yeah,
like a
yeah, it was
fucking
insane.
Wave of people. I've been to concerts and
Yeah.
never like that. No, nobody's gotten that crazy. Where there are people begging him on the stage
Yeah.
to fucking close shut
It got out of fucking
and
control.
the security was throwing
Yeah,
them
yeah,
off.
it got out of fucking
They
control.
got pissed. I
But
would
the
have stabbed
fact that he
fucking
just kept
security too.
performing is the problem here, right?
How do
Like,
you know? How
that's,
many times has it been like that? That's
I
the
don't
funny
know.
thing too, right?
this is not the first time, and
No.
nor should I think he should take all the blame, but he certainly didn't help in this situation, is what
promoters
I'm
should.
saying. Yeah,
Promoters should be the fucking
Yeah.
big ones.
yeah.
Promoters and the people that the venue that let them in.
Yeah, I heard about this. I heard about that being confirmed, but I didn't know about anybody else in that regard. Yeah, no, it's very sad. A lot of our, so a lot of our
Fucked
thoughts
up.
and prayers go out to all the fucking young kids that were there. A 14-year-old, for fuck's sakes, like, you know what I mean?
14,
Like,
bro. What do you
that's a
send your
shit.
kids to fucking
But that's what I
14?
mean. Like, these
I
kids
get
probably
it.
shouldn't be in that. And I know, like, some of you guys are more concert goers. Leslie and Julie in the chat here, I know you guys are more concert goers. And you know what? Let us know if you've ever been in some crazy fucking concert like that, because that's insane, man. This is what's going on there, man. He should be ashamed. And yeah, the fact that giving them their money back, that's not going to bring these people. It's not going to bring these people's lives back,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, and that's just admitting to something wrong. So I'd tread very lightly with refunding people's money.
Also, he got removed from Fortnite.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah,
He's
no,
still on McDonald's.
but because it's promotion for him, right? And it's a fucking chaotic game where they're running around shooting people. You think you want to Travis Scott in the fucking game right now? Like that? Yeah, sorry, I know the bells, but that was my last thing about that. Yeah.
Play a big role.
Yeah, no, there's still a lot of comments here. This is a hot topic right here. Hot takes, guys. Yeah,
These guys, they're fast at
yeah. Once in City Hall for New Year's, scariest experience of my life. First rule of the mosh pit: someone falls down, you pick them. Yeah. I've been in a mosh pit actually a couple times. I've been to a couple concerts.
That's the worst.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. All right. So next one. Sorry, guys, that was a lot to fit in. That was a hot one. All right. New James Bond, a woman. So now this isn't confirmed as of yet. There was rumors going around either it's going to be a person of color. There was a black woman that was in the most recent and last of the Daniel Craig James Bond films, by the way, that I watched a few weeks ago, guys. Great movie. I really suggest if you are a fan of these movies, I thought it ended really well. It's probably my third out of the 5 films favorite of the series. I think I would probably put Skyfall and then either Skyfall or Casino Royale and then this one. And then I would say probably Spectre and then Quantum of Solace last. I'm a huge fan of the Daniel Craig Bond movies, everybody. I really enjoyed them. In this last film, there was a woman that basically took the 007 moniker who was a black woman in this. And then they haven't announced officially who is going to be the next person to take the mantle of James Bond or 007. Maybe if it isn't James Bond, who's going to take the 007 moniker moving forward. There has been rumors that they may want to cast a woman, or for a long time they were saying they may want to cast a black person or something like that. And for a long time, I know there was rumors going around about Idris Elba. I would have loved if Idris Elba was the next James Bond. I think he's a great actor. I think he would make a great Bond. He's said time and time again that that's not in the cards for him. I mean, he's pretty old right now, and I don't think they've actually approached him officially, and they've yet to announce it. I don't know. I made a comment to Christine after the fact, after we watched the movie, which is why I wanted to bring it to hot takes, that she kind of personally took a little bit of offense to, in the way that I was kind of said I would prefer my James Bond not to be a woman personally. And it's not that I have nothing against women, and I have nothing, and I don't think that a woman wouldn't do a good job. And I think there's plenty of good women that would be a good James Bond. I just, if I had a preference, I would say I would keep it, man, I think it's just going to be a different thing if they do it that way. And not that I'll go watch it. I'll probably enjoy it still. If I'm just saying it's personal preference, I don't know if that's the way to go with it, but they might.
There's a lot of personal preferences nowadays that, they're not supposed, they probably shouldn't go with. You know what? It's going to happen regardless of what we think and what we say. As much as I like to say, yeah, you know what? Keep James Bond. That's James Bond. Because really, is it hurting anybody? But obviously, it's going to happen where.
Here we go.
It's going to happen where it's going to be, yes, okay, we'll name it Leslie Bond, okay? And we'll have her go in there and teach all the, but I don't know. I just don't know how it plays into a role. How it.
See, this is one of those rare occurrences. Now, I don't know if Leslie, this is where she's going to go with it, but I think this is one of those rare occurrences that it is going to make the character different, and it's not going to be James Bond. If they're going to change it, just make it 007 and whatever, right? It's not going to be James Bond, though, because we've had to believe all these years in these movies that each guy is a different version of James Bond, and he's this character. Now, there's already a lot of problems with the character today that was depicted in the novel because he is a womanizer, and they were already kind of veering away from that at the end of these Daniel Craig films. Like, but the thing with James Bond is he could never be happy, right? That's one of the rules of James Bond. Whenever he finds love or he actually settles for somebody or actually he wants to be with them at the end, they either get killed or something happens to them or they go off their own way or it doesn't work out because of his dangerous job. And yeah, so I just think it's going to be a whole different character completely if they do make it a woman. Now, is there a woman that, you know, who's sexy enough that could hold her own and actually, you know, and treat men like maybe he treated women and stuff like that? Absolutely. There absolutely can be. And I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I just think personal preference, I would rather just be a man. I don't care what color.
Gender neutral.
Yeah.
Bond.
I don't know.
Gender neutral Bond. We'll call it X Bond. So you don't have to worry about names. No
Julie says another clickbait. I agree. I just think for the they were alluding to this.
There's a lot of that.
And it always has been a big deal for the people of these movies to announce the next James Bond, right? That's what I mean. So in that sense, I get what you're saying about the clickbaity thing. Who cares at the end of the day? I don't, but you know, I have personal preference. Like I said, I've stated mine. I have nothing against it, but at the same time, you know, I have a personal preference for this character in that sense, right?
Yeah, it's hard to, you know, I got to be careful. I got to tread lightly on this one, but I just don't think it'll work. I don't, not for anything. I think Leslie's got a point. It's just
be creating an independent storyline character for women in order to empower them. Yeah.
I mean, they can be empowered other ways.
Oh, interesting perspective. You're saying that the James Bond thing, that they should do their own thing as opposed to being filling another man's shoes. Yeah, that's interesting. I agree with that too. Yeah, that's actually good. That's a good take on it.
Daughter or something.
That's a good take on it. I like that. Yeah, makes no difference to me, but I'm not super invested. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there you go.
She talks like him.
What's that?
As long as she does the Sean Connery accent.
Well, that's a whole other thing.
You know, if she can do that, then we're good.
But I love the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. If you're a fan of them, definitely check out the last one. It was great, and it's my favorite Bond. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, you know, again, makes no difference to me either. But
man or woman,
always, yeah. There you go.
Poor white.
What's going on with this, Jay? Let us know about the 50 Cent's recent beef with Stars now.
I didn't hear about this one. I know he's got arguments with them. He's always got something to say with anything, but I've never actually seen. I haven't even seen this actual.
So from what I understand,
50 Cent's got so much shit that I don't understand.
There was from what I understand there was a recent phone call, I think, with people that are part of the Stars network that he had, like, I guess, like some sort of business phone call of some sort, where he took umbrage. He had a lot of issues with the fact that certain things that were said on the call, or the fact that they didn't thank him for how popular all his shows have been for the network and how he's doing. They're not talking about the numbers. They're not really treating him, he feels, fairly, in the sense that he's always done good business with them and they haven't really returned like
favor.
In that sense. Like, I don't think they're very appreciative of what he's brought to the table for this network and the successes that his show has brought in that sense. So I think, from what I understand, there was a recent call where I guess he had some issues with them again, maybe because of the way he was treated or the things. And then apparently there was the episode that was supposed to drop this week was the one with Eminem's appearance as White Boy Rick. And there was
on BMF, isn't it?
Yes, BMF. I don't watch the show, but there was an image circulating around the internet this week of him as that White Boy Rick. It looks funny, man. He's got no beard. It looks very funny, right? But
the jacket,
yeah, and the haircut, and so he looks really strange, guys. But apparently, he's only in for a second. But it was supposed to come out this week, and I think maybe as a result of whatever occurred behind the scenes with them, apparently they pushed the episode to next week.
Oh, is that what happened?
So I think he's taking it as a direct big fuck you to him after him being very outspoken as 50 Cent is, of course, and even in his business dealings with Stars, he's always talked about the issues that he's had with them as a business associate over the years. So I think he went to the internet, talked a bunch of shit about them, and they ended up pushing the episode back, from what I understand.
I think he's what kept, in the last few years, he's what kept Stars going, right? I mean, if he was to jump ship and go to fucking Netflix or something like that, another streaming site, another streaming program, he would do a lot better. I think. I don't. Stars is on a different. I mean, you get it on Amazon, right? But you got to subscribe extra for that. And you got to, you know, it's a little bit interesting on how that works. But Yeah, no, I started watching that thing, and I didn't know I've actually seen that thing about the white boy Rick and all
Yeah.
that, but no, I didn't know that had anything to do with beef with stars.
Yeah, apparently it's connected, or at least he's trying to say it is. And I'm with 50 as well, like Leslie's
Could
saying
just
on
hype
this
him
one.
up.
I think he has brought a level of success. I mean, like Stars wasn't a network that you really
No,
fucking ever heard
I didn't
talked
know
about
anything
previous
about
to
it.
this. Yeah, and I
And I'm
think
only paying for that kind of shit.
exactly. And I think, like, you know, isn't that other show, The Godfather of Harlem? That's on Stars as well, I
Yeah.
believe, for us here. But I think a lot of their content that's on there now, he paved the way for as a result of the success of the shows that he had done on it previously. Power was a big show for them. I watched Power. I watched all of it. I haven't watched the spinoffs,
but yeah.
but I watched Power, and towards the end it got a little fucking a little shitty.
Yeah.
But again, that apparently occurred because he separated his involvement from the show. He blames throughout the whole time that Power is on the TV that they didn't support that show either. So he's been going back and forth with these guys for a long time. I mean, he continues to do business with them. So I think it's because they keep giving him opportunities to do shows. I mean, he's cranked out 3 fucking shows. How many shows with the Power spinoffs? Like 5 fucking shows with them at this point, right?
But that's what I mean.
So
like, he doesn't have to go on there. He can do it in anything, on any of those streaming sites. He's kind of helped them out big time, right? So we'll see what happens in that sense. But that's why I started watching BMF the other day. I wanted to see what it's about. But
apparently it's good.
Watching, you know what? I paid for that channel, that thing on Stars, and I don't watch it on Stars. I watch it on fucking my streaming site. I don't even know why I have Amazon anymore.
Right.
They kind of suck, you know?
Yeah.
And he's kind of bringing some at least certain things there. So
Leslie's watching BMF. She's absolutely loving it. Yeah. So
it's different. Yeah, it is.
I think it's bringing a lot of
episodes.
It's bringing a lot of the different types of known drug dealers, I think, throughout the times. Like, you know, we get the white boy Rick thing going on there, and I think it's got based on a true story. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a different perspective on a true story, man. So there's been a lot of spins on that whole story period. So this is just another one, and this is like, I guess, 50's look at it. He also brought Life. He also brought that other show. You know what I mean? I mean,
that one didn't do too well, though. I don't think that one.
That was a real life story, and it was only quick. It wasn't like this is going to be a few seasons, right?
But he continues to do stuff with them, right? Yeah. Oh, way better than Power. Interesting. Okay.
I never watched Power, so I couldn't judge.
Well, Tommy, the character, I think it was Tommy, everyone's favorite, the white guy from Power. He's actually going to be doing a spinoff show of his own, and that one I would check out. I think his character is a lot of fun on there. So. Or if 50 came back for that matter. All right. Did you hear about this? The LGBTQ community has forgiven DaBaby. Apparently there was an official statement. I don't know.
Wow. No, I didn't know.
I don't know who. There was an official statement. I can pull up at least the thing that I saw on the internet, because I took a screenshot of it. Now I don't know if they have like a spokesperson that basically spoke for the community. Yeah, but like
one person throughout the world.
But apparently they have now, I guess, eased off of him and now have just focused on Dave Chappelle. That's right. I mean, and of course, Dave Chappelle had a joke about DaBaby about how you guys are getting mad at the wrong thing. This guy actually killed the dude years ago in this act, which was a very funny joke, I thought.
Nobody cares about AIDS or nothing.
But apparently,
it's not the end of the world.
They've now eased up on DaBaby, which I felt was interesting. So I don't think he really did much in the way of actually making it better for himself, or if they just kind of got over it. I don't really know. Did you hear about anything about this?
I just figured with the music himself, he just actually literally just said, fuck it, I don't care what you guys are saying, say what you want. He came out on the next song saying, you can say whatever you want, I'm still gonna put music out, basically on one of the other songs that came out after the whole controversial thing.
So, well, okay, so we don't know how reliable this source is, because this is according to TMZ. So I'm gonna say that.
Is it TMZ? Yeah.
DaBaby has been forgiven by the LGBTQ community, and they are okay with him performing on live stages again. However, they are still condemning Dave Chappelle. One organization says they signed off on DaBaby's Rolling Loud performance and any future appearances because they feel he has learned a lot over the past few months. I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
What do y'all think about this? That's what I said on the post.
Money. He must have fucking donated money somewhere, man. Otherwise, they fucking, because, you know, Dave Chappelle wouldn't be the type of guy that I don't think to donate money like that. But, you know, and say, hey, you know what, please forgive me. I guess it's ruining my career. You know, Dave Chappelle couldn't care less, man. He's already done a lot of his thing and has his.
Dave
thing, but
Chappelle's a smart
but
individual,
for them
though.
to-
That's what I mean. I think everything that he says or does is very
It's
thought out.
very-
That's what I mean. Like, I think
exactly.
people are taking
gotta
him for
listen to
granted.
it.
I've
Yeah.
always known him to be a very smart person. So I don't think that he does anything without intention. But not to get back into the Dave
No, I
Chappelle
know,
conversation.
But yeah,
This is about the baby. I was just surprised to see this because I didn't think they were going to ease up in that sense. And I don't really feel he has learned something. But
But he ain't gonna stop, bro.
I mean,
maybe they realize that he's just an ignorant person and he just doesn't want to learn, or maybe he didn't know. Maybe he did learn something. We don't know, bro.
he might
Maybe
have.
Maybe he
He
learned
might
something
have.
about the whole thing.
He
that
might
said,
have.
right?
He
But
might have. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know what I mean, dismiss him in that sense.
No.
I still like him as an artist, and
But he basically said in one of his songs that he literally, he was going through his fucking depression with his brother that killed himself.
The
and
death,
this and
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he said
yeah.
that there's a few things that he was angry and he would just say, he was just speaking at the top of his head too. So who knows? Like I said, he was an ignorant kid. And what do? Did you expect any different from him? No. And he's not going to change him for anything that it's worth. So why continue to put him on the spot? Because that was actually making him more. That was actually giving him more notoriety.
well, that was one of the articles I just read the other day about this, was saying that people like him, people like Chappelle, people like Joe Rogan, people like the other person I'm going to mention in one of these other hot takes here in a
thrive
moment.
off this.
No, but they're bigger than they've ever been. There's people that work with these people that are still throwing money at them. They're more
Big money.
successful than they've ever been. So Bill Maher is actually one of the other people they mentioned. A lot of outspoken individuals about certain things that people don't always appreciate
Yeah.
what they have to say.
Yeah.
But whether or not they like what they have to say or they don't like what they have to say, they're there for it. They're still listening. People are tuning in. People are going to the shows. People are invested in some sense. So that's
Yeah,
that's
they're
what
hot.
that's what the
They're hot
article
right
was
now.
trying to say.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
They're
they're like,
hot
if they're so wrong or cancel culture really exists, the guy who wrote the article was saying, why don't you cancel me? I would love to fucking make all this money and get all this attention like all these people, right? So I
They're
think
making
a lot of these
fortune.
people are paving the way in terms for, I think, opening conversation up about a lot of these things and kind of busting through the cancel culture of it all. I think
People
that's
need
what's
to
happening right now.
understand more about. They need to understand, and people are ignorant. That people that don't want to learn things, and people that don't want to, I might say a lot of shit and stuff like that, but
You're always open to a conversation
I'm
and to
always
learn from
open.
stuff.
I'm always
Yeah,
willing to
yeah,
learn,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's not that I don't say it from a hateful place ever.
Right.
Right? Nothing ever comes from a hateful place. It comes from a stupid place because maybe I don't know how to put it into words properly. But
I can vouch for that a lot of the time. That is the
You know,
case.
so
with you.
other than that, it's not ignorance. It's not that I don't want to learn, or it's not that I've never tried to learn things. I am probably the one that learns the most,
Right.
about certain things, and I don't care. I'll keep saying things that I think at the top of my head. It's my freedom of speech. You know?
Aaron Rodgers tested for COVID. This past week. The quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, they've been
gonna fuck
having a
everything up, eh?
fantastic season. They just lost to KC yesterday because he was out. He was not able to play this week because he did get tested COVID positive. There's a lot of fucking shit surrounding this news because back in August, apparently, when someone had asked him about it, he said he was immunized, which he hasn't been. He never got the shot. He has now been revealed that he never got it. He got tested positive without having the shot. And he's also being accused now of not being a team player as a result of the great season that they're having, also due to him. He's been
Yeah.
having a great fucking
Of course, the
season.
ball doesn't get down the field
But
itself.
now he's lied to the media, he's lied to the team. He's not a team player. People are coming after him now. He looks really
Just for
bad
the
in
king.
front of a lot of people and the team. I think it's very irresponsible of him. I think it's bad that he lied. I'm not a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers, although I can admit that he is a great quarterback. So this whole news about it, I mean, at the same time, I think it's hurtful. I think it's the worst for the team, really. I think it's really shitty for him to fucking do this to the team and be selfish like that. He's come out now and stated that he's not an anti-vaxxer. He's not against it. He just wanted to do what the best thing was for his body. He didn't believe at the time that was the answer. And of course, he mentions Joe Rogan's health medicine that apparently he got on the phone with his pal Joe Rogan,
Everybody
who told him all the drugs that he clearly doesn't know what they are either to pump into his body, because Joe Rogan told him to pump them into his body because this is what he used when he had COVID. So apparently he's now on the Joe Rogan train of putting all the drugs that he doesn't know anything fucking about.
Tested for everything.
Right.
now,
So
man.
it's kind of fucking ridiculous. It's kind of fucking
The
ridiculous.
Joe Rogan fucking Yeah, Dr. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, really, Rob. I also picked KC on that game, and they needed that win, and they won. Not by much, but they did win in the fact that he wasn't there. Because if he was, they would have won. It's a really fucking big shame for Green Bay. They haven't. I think they have one loss or no losses right now. I think they have one loss or two now. I think maybe with this game on KC. This is how good of a season they've been having. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
They just blow it right.
He hurt the team big time. That's what I think is the big shame. Whether or not he believed in it, it's the fact that I think he tried to go on and say. And there's people that have been penalized way fucking worse in other things like basketball and this kind of stuff.
Oh shit!
And they're making that comparison now because he's a white guy and it's a black guy, and how they treating this guy like that and why they treating this guy like that.
There's a lot of them,
and I can't blame them. And I can't fucking blame them.
I
They're
totally agree with
absolutely
that.
fucking true. It's a point of privilege for this guy. Oh, he's a fucking white quarterback on this team. It's football. They're apparently giving him the well, now they're not. This week he has COVID, so he has
COVID. Yeah, he's not coming
play.
back. What if he can't play?
But he's not vaccinated either.
Well, he better. He's not. You know what? I love these people because you know what? They're all gonna have to fucking shove
second
their foot
loss
in their
now.
Fucking mouth,
Team was on a great roll. Yeah,
they're all gonna have to shove their foot in their mouth when they all have to get it, regardless of anything. So fuck them all. I can't wait till they all have to fucking tuck their little dickies between their legs. Guess what? Guess what? I had no choice but to get it. Now I made a big stink like Mr. Buff, Chris. What's that guy's fucking? I don't even want to say his name. That
Sky.
Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking loser.
Oh, that asshole tried to say that the Astro World's Festival was because of the vaccine. They said the people made it. You hear that? You hear they said that?
On a no-fly list. He's on a fucking no. They don't even want him in his country.
No,
that's
why he's bouncing around the places in Canada. Yeah,
he's trying, bro. He's not allowed in Canada. He's the only place.
Yeah, he told off his followers the other day in a video. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that fucking guy. Yeah, exactly. Fuck him. But
wait until they take your driver's license away because you fucking don't get the shot, guys.
Yeah,
that's the privilege of you. Trust me, man. They're gonna do it. They won't let you fly, so they'll do it, man. The driver's license is fuck off. So you know what, guys? Enough with this fucking. Just get the fucking damn shot. No, I mean, honestly.
I mean,
especially if you're around everybody like that.
I figured it was going to turn into this type of conversation, but again, I was more just like talking shit about Aaron Rodgers because I'm not his biggest fan, and
remember when we were afraid to be beside each other, bro? And in that sense, remember when we were afraid to be in the same?
Oh yeah, I know. And then there's people like, I know.
But then there's people like this. They're in a fucking stadium full of fucking people that if it's an airborne thing, give it to everybody in that fucking stadium. They're so stupid in the U.S.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm getting my booster next week.
I could probably get one too.
Yeah. I got an appointment, so yeah, yay me.
Hit me up, man. Doc, they're giving me a flu shot too, man. I'm getting them all. I got a questionnaire for my flu shot this year for the first time. That was a weird one.
Yeah. So we're going our last few seconds here before the bell rings, guys, and our last hot take of the night. You ready for this one, guys?
Oh, shit.
This is when you end out the night on. This could get ugly.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes on this one. When you're putting it up.
It's up.
Uh-oh.
Who sucks more at the moment, the Leafs or the Canadians?
The Canadians, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm not lying, dude. A goalie makes a big fucking difference. A goalie makes a big difference. Your heart of your team is gone, bro. You know, I don't know what they're afraid of.
I don't think
they're still a good team, but I just don't know what they're afraid of.
I would agree with you, but I'm glad you said it, not me.
Hey, I'll be honest. They suck too.
But they both suck. Yeah.
They're making the Canadian teams look like shit, man. They're really making us look like shit this year. Both those teams. At least you guys got wins, bro. I think we got like fucking 1 or 2 wins since that last time, and both times it's been against Detroit. So like, you know, don't fucking be happy. Detroit's just right underneath us. So I mean, they both suck. But honestly, well, I don't even know what the score is.
Who they play?
What's the score? But no, honestly, you'll never hear me say that.
That's right.
Now it's live. It's fucking on here, but they do suck this year. They're stinking it up, but they did that at the beginning of last year, and that's, like I said, why I'm last place in my fucking hockey pool. But yeah, you know what? And you guys too, man. I don't know what's going on your end. I fucking lost the goalie. He's fucking out for 4 or 3 weeks now. That's your Peter Mrazek kid. He's supposed to do good, but I'm waiting for him to fucking show up to play. Right? He was playing great in Carolina last year. Let's show him. Let's see what he can do for Toronto.
Their production has been very low. Like, yeah. Oh like my
Marner
god.
Marner just got a fucking. Oh my god, bro. See, that's, you know what? Fucking Philip Deneau went there like fucking long time fucking Montreal Canadiens center.
Of course, you had to bring that up.
Okay, no, he went there. And now they got a center that can win faceoffs. Okay,
Yeah.
he's the number one. He's the number one face-off. Basically, he's basically a number one face-off winner. Like that's the guy you go to for face-offs.
Right.
But fucking, they're killing it over there, man. In LA, I don't know. Their goalie sucks. Jonathan Quick, he's not that quick anymore, man. Maybe when he first came out, but they really suck that way. But honestly, you guys are doing a little better than us, but I mean, you guys got a lot more.
I'm not
money
saying we
fucking
don't
invested.
suck. I don't say we
I
don't
got
suck.
7 people on my team
but
injured.
if you
Montreal.
take I was about to say, but if you take a look at the players we still have and the players you don't have, you can make an argument that Leafs have been sucking more in that sense, right?
Fuck, man. The money you guys like, I know exactly. Like,
but I'm
Marner's
not
only
going
got
to
2
argue
points.
that either, man. But to be honest, I just really haven't been interested
Yeah.
so far. I really haven't been. I mean,
And then, like I said, Montreal doesn't have the proper goalie yet. They have a good backup in Jake Allen, so he's good for a little bit.
oh,
but-
there you go. There you go, Jay.
Which one?
2 goals, 1 assist for your boy on the LA win there.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
see, that's what I mean. He's a fucking star over there. Where was his 2 goals on the team over here? Yeah, it was just winning faceoffs. Montreal can't score for some reason, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on this year. At least you guys are still scoring. I mean, this wasn't a great one, but at least you guys are still scoring.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Marner though. He's shit in
No.
the bag, bro. Big time.
Yes.
He's not. He's a little scared. I don't think he's afraid to go into. He's afraid to go into the
Ah.
boards. He doesn't want to ruin his fucking face show. You know, his little kids look. These guys. But I don't know. These Canadian teams, LA's fucking killing it. Sorry, Edmonton there is killing it with your Zach Hyman boy. I get to
Oh,
tell
good. It's
Rob all
about
the
time, man.
I tell Rob all the time. He's got more points.
I like
last
that.
year in fucking
That's
last
one of
quarter
those.
the
That's one of
contest.
those occurrences where someone left, where I understood why they had to get rid of him at that time,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I wasn't happy to see him leave. A lot of the times when Leafs get rid of these guys, we're like, get the fuck out of here
Yeah, I know,
already.
you are.
No, I
At
wasn't
that
about
point.
Hyman. I never said that about Hyman.
No,
I
don't think
said that
anybody
last
was
year.
happy.
This time I was saying about that about Nylander. Never mind, right? I mean,
Nylander should've even-
what?
I always thought Nylander should have never came back. but
no, I agree,
he's
but
the
you
only
know,
one actually doing something.
but that's what I mean.
special
But then he did do something, right? He did
Yeah,
play
no
well,
shit,
so.
right. But
12 points in 4 games, better now. Oh wow, so he's really stepped
Wow.
it up this past weekend.
yeah, he's got like fucking 4 assists. Big deal. You know, in 4 games, 12 goals. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
12 points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
assist. How many goals does he have?
Right.
Exactly.
So there you have it, guys. I think we're coming in. We got about 30 more seconds of you to talk shit about either team, Jay, if you want.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? I don't. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know what else I have to say about either team because right now they're both getting me angry, and if I start talking about them, the only time it's interesting is when they play each other because they both suck.
Right.
So we'll have to go from there in that one because other than that,
There you
guys,
have
they
it.
both suck.
There you have it, everybody.
Right.
That was hot takes for you guys. Those are all the topics of
hot
conversation that I had. All our hot takes for today. Got a little hot for a moment here. Hopefully, I didn't say anything that will get me thrown off the show here. There you go, guys.
Fucking bell, man.
Knockout.
Ringing in my fucking ear, man. That's all it's gonna be doing. is
That's
ringing in my
hot takes. Please let me know, guys, if you like the segment, if we should continue it. Yeah, is it because you're sitting next to Neeks that you're all salty, Jay? Rob is asking.
No. How about you know what? Your team sucks too, so don't worry. About
Let me know, guys, though, if you do enjoy the hot take segment. I have a lot of fun with it. Let me know if I there was any if I made any outlandish comments here today. I mean, that's a little bit of sort of the fun with the hot takes. You don't really get to express yourself that well in 5 minutes, especially when we're trying chatting back and forth, especially with the crowd here. But I think it's with
All
the
these little
chat,
people
with
around
the
us.
chat, you know what I mean. But
the
like, I
little
think
people
that's
around them.
don't take anything that we say, you know what I mean, personally, or if we said the wrong thing or have offended you, then I'm sorry.
You speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself. The white guy always looks bad.
I'm sorry, guys. No, I'm not taking it back. That's what hot takes is all about, guys.
No,
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's good.
no, but yeah, I don't take it back because
You just go a little crazy, right? You throw comments out there. You try to give some hot takes. That's the whole point of the segment, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
No, this was announced on the
actually announced
Instagram.
on the
Yeah, this
Instagram
was
page.
announced. It's not
I said the surprise. It was
Yeah.
Nico. Yeah, nobody else. Come
Yeah.
on, hey, you know. I tried
but
tricking
with that being said, though, let's
first
end out the segment with once again with the hot take segment intro outro that Julie is prepared here for us.
you.
Great one. right, there you have it. Hot takes. That was another segment of hot takes. And if I ever come on in the future, we might put it out there for you guys to kind of also throw in some topics of conversation, some things you want to hear our hot takes on, or you know what I mean. The great chat interaction though when we fire off these topics. I really love it. I mean, not everyone has something to say about everything, but the ones that were really current stuff that people all have thoughts on, it's great just to hear everybody's individual thoughts on it. And it's one of those things, guys, where we don't always got to agree on everything, but we all come together here and we're all friends. And that's what I really meant. Not that I'm sorry if I offend anybody. More like, you know what I mean? I don't want to say anything though that's gonna
good discussion.
I'm not trying to ruin anybody's day with my stupid fucking comments that don't mean nothing. Right? You know what I mean?
Not like we sit here and argue about anything. No, we sit here and have our own little discussion. That's it. You guys want to hear it? You guys don't want to hear it? Fuck off. It's all straight up, man. You guys know me.
There you go.
No, that's it, man. By the end of this month, you don't even know how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be going nuts. My beard's gonna go back to the regular color. Fuck, it's gonna be great. I won't be hitting myself in the face.
Yeah, no worries, Julie. I mean, you might learn something that you find interesting in that sense, and at the same time, if not, 5 minutes goes by, we're on to the next topic, right? We keep it moving, right? That's the beauty of hot takes. So I have a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully maybe we'll do a Lewis edition when he comes and does shooting the shit with us next time, right? A Lewis.
We better wear masks though. He's in the West.
That's true.
He's part of all those. What are they called over there?
That should be a t-shirt, eh? That should be a t-shirt. You guys don't want to hear it? Fuck off.
Exactly. That's where my hashtag, and that should be on the back. You don't want to hear it?
I'm glad
you guys want to hear it.
I'm glad you talked me off the cliff there, Jay. You brought it back around. You expressed exactly what I'm trying to say. That's the whole point of hot takes in that sense too, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to say it, Nix. If you want to tell people in the chat to fuck off, they're not going to
chatting. I was saying whatever. I'm just saying, but then you got to dial it back a little bit and be like, hey guys, I love you all.
I love you all, but that's my fucking point. That's what I'm sticking to. You can argue me all you want, but the white guy looks bad. So it doesn't matter what I say or do, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Well, the white guy we are the worst, right? I mean,
no, it's our ancestors, but not me.
No,
I've never done anything.
No, the human civilization for the most part. But in the movies, there's always an evil white guy at the end. Remember that?
Dude, even in my training and stuff that I'm learning at work and shit, is always making the white guy bad.
At the end of the day, there's always an evil white guy behind everything.
He's lazy. He's fucking.
I'm not afraid to admit that. Yeah. It's the truth. It's the truth. There's always.
Life's changed.
How many films have you seen at the end where the big reveal came out? There was like, oh look, there's an evil rich white guy.
Yeah, sitting behind. Look, ever since fucking Harvey Weinstein, right?
Even spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen the ending yet. Uh-oh. I will say, even Squid Game, there was evil rich white men behind a lot of that shit. You think it was the Korean guys? No. It's not all the Koreans. There was Koreans involved, yes, but there was also evil white men involved.
Full nut November, buddy. It's disgusting. Watch it. That was actually great, man.
Squid Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, man. That was great.
I know.
It's gonna find a spot.
Can't find a spot where you're crying, bro. Yeah, I'd like to know. I asked.
Oh, well,
I can't figure it out. You gotta have
spoilers to anybody. The old man. When you think the old man gets killed, when the old man, you think he seems like he got killed. That was a sad fucking moment. That was a sad moment, bro.
Where on the third episode when he was trying to cross the line or whatever?
The marbles one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where he was playing Alzheimer's.
Right. Which I knew was I didn't believe that shit. Believe me, I said that. Ask Christine. I did call that, but at the same time,
make me tear up. I know what you're saying. It was emotional.
It was sad.
A way of doing it. Yeah, that part of the episode was so crazy.
Was it the fourth episode? Okay, yeah, that part killed me when I first seen it, and then that's why I got upset at the end.
I couldn't figure out that. That wasn't enough to throw me. Like it was. It was a meaningful part.
I would not be surprised if that makes my list at the end of the year at the media review. It's gonna make my list. I think.
I wish I knew fucking Japanese so I could actually.
Korean.
Whatever, man. It's the same shit.
No,
sorry, that part of the world. Do you know what I'm saying, man? If you don't want to hear it, fuck off. I apologize, but I'm just telling you, man. Whatever, man. Okay, anime throws me off. Fucking. There's all kinds of shit. I honestly, I apologize, but fuck, man, it all sounds the same to me.
Julie, you're the best. I love this comment. Levi and I were both so destroyed after that. We had to watch a Disney movie.
Are you serious?
I
What'd you
love
guys
you.
watch? Like fucking.
I love Julie. That's a great fucking
Mulan?
comment. No, I know what she means though. No, I know what she's saying, man.
It's a disturbed. You guys
After-
that disturbed?
Bro, after I watched Midsommar, that's how it was for me. I had
Oh,
to go,
fuck,
bro. I had to.
man. I love that shit.
Bro, it was a great movie.
I
but
thrive off.
no,
that.
but after we got out of the theater and out into the open world, it was like we felt weird. We're like, I gotta go home. Like, you know what I
No,
mean?
I understand that part, but I mean, I
felt dirty. It was like
never to a point where, let's say, I know maybe Julie didn't actually watch a Disney movie. It's a figure of speech, but you know what I mean. Never to that point have I ever encountered a movie or a show that has made me think.
Oh, I have.
You know what
I have.
actually made me tear up today was something on the radio, like a real life fucking thing.
It's always like a weird thing though. Like
For me,
some
it's
most people.
weird,
Yeah, me
like,
too though.
It
Yeah.
was like saying it was they were
Nope,
talking about
she was
parents.
serious.
They were talking about parents and their kids, right?
As long as it wasn't a Pixar movie, then you'll get even more depressed. Go on. Jay.
No, they were talking about parents and their kids, guys. And I don't know. Okay, I'm a kid
Like-
of a parent
Right.
now. Well, I'm an adult of a parent now. You get what I'm saying. I'm a fucking old person of a fucking. I do have a fucking
Yes,
parents.
you're
okay?
Yeah.
Wait, but this is what threw me
I'm
off.
a
okay?
child of a parent.
Think about it. So there was some Australian news reporter talking about this shit, and they played it on their fucking radio today. And I was trying to hear they were trying to say something about, I don't know if it was a story or if it was a poem or like some sort of thing that she was reading out, and she was saying how a parent losing their daughter or their son while watching them grow up through the years is the longest. It's like having the longest breakup in a relationship, because they move on, they start their own family, they leave the house and gone.
Right.
But they were talking about how you never actually get to say goodbye to that person, because the transition from baby, infant to baby to fucking child to teenager are so sudden, you don't see it. They passes you by so fast. I started getting chills. I'm getting chills just thinking about it right now, because
Well, isn't that what happens with postpartum though? That after they carried the baby for all that time, and then they actually, you know what I mean? That's a whole thing.
yeah, but I mean,
that's
this is like the slow, like when she described it as the slowest breakup, like in a relationship in the world. If you think
and then
about
you have
it,
separation anxiety.
but then you don't realize.
You can
Yeah,
relate.
you don't realize. You don't realize in this. Fuck off. You don't realize in the sense that where did that time go? Like now, Facebook brings back all your fucking memories, and it.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Like
saying.
I seen the thing of my nephews the other day when they were so small, and I forgot what the fuck was that.
Where does the time go? Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah,
next
and then
thing
it
I know, my
rocks
niece
your
is
whole
gonna be
world.
running around.
Yeah, and as a parent,
I'm not a parent,
coming to
but I
that
see that. Yeah, I
realization,
can only
it
imagine.
rocks your whole fucking world. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from.
It's like Robert Munch, man. Remember Robert Munch?
the writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that book you had?
Yeah, which one?
I love you. What was it called?
Either he did a lot of books.
the
He
one with
actually
the
talked
mother-
at my
with the-
school
when
when
he
I was
carried-
younger.
when
Did
he
he come to
carried
your
his mother
school?
to
He used to
bed?
go to schools.
When he carried his mother to bed after his mother was
I
carrying
can't
him.
remember, man.
What the fuck was that one?
I
man?
don't.
I
I
can't
know.
remember what it was called. Yeah. What's it called? Leslie knows it. She's got to know
You're
that
having a
Robert Munch
midlife
book.
crisis and wants to.
Fuck off, man. It's called No Nut. No, but think about it, Leslie. Okay,
Yeah.
you're a mother. Okay, you have a son. Exactly. Isn't it like the longest breakup? I mean, I think dealing with breaking up with your husband would be a lot easier than that, than actually having to fucking break up with your kid like that, in a sense. You know what I mean? But what's that fucking that Robert Munch? Yeah, I love you forever. I'll love you forever. There you go. That's the name of the book.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It's like the story basically was kind of like that in a sense, the way they were talking about it. And
Yeah, I think he came to my. He's the
Wow,
Canadian
I
writer,
fucking
right? I think he
teared
came
up,
to my
man.
school when I was
yeah,
younger.
he was a little bit fucking
He
weird,
just
man. I don't know.
died, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think he
not
just
too long
died
ago,
not
right?
too long ago. Yeah,
I think so, if I can remember.
I think I heard something about him. I think it
Make
was
me
usually
wanna
when you
check.
hear that. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I think usually when you hear that shit, it's when they
But
died,
yeah,
right?
man, it really I listen to 1010 on this stuff and listen to the radio on the way home. I like listening to AM radio. Think about it. I like doing this and listening to this, I have fucking Sirius, I have all that shit, but I rather listen to AM radio. I'm
Oh no,
satisfied.
he got diagnosed with dementia.
Yeah, so he doesn't remember anything he wrote.
Yeah,
He's lucky
there
it's in books,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Empty nest syndrome hasn't even what?
She's talking about you.
Go fuck yourself. You know what?
I had it and gave it away because the right to me.
No,
Maybe I couldn't
man.
handle it.
You know what? If I don't stop, I'm gonna fucking turn into one of those old men that estrogen fucking takes over.
Yeah, he was
and I'm gonna get a
diagnosed.
fucking period.
He was diagnosed last month with dementia. That's sad. Yeah, that's scary to me.
But-
I'm gonna stop reading this now.
Yeah, don't exactly. At least he's got it
That's
on
my
books,
fear.
though.
You want to talk about?
You know what? But that's like kind of like a love story, the movie A Love Story thing. I mean, he's got it on he's got everything that he's got on books. If he wants,
Well, that's
he can
what's
read it back to
wonderful
himself.
about it, though, because his work will live on. Like
Always.
that's the beauty
Even
of
if you
art.
remember it.
That's the beauty of art, right? I mean, if you want to call what we do here some sort of art, right?
It's
I
a
mean,
time capsule of sorts.
right. That's what I appreciate about that kind of stuff, though, right? That's what I mean. It lives on. It lives past you, right? Like it lives on with
Yeah.
people, right? Like
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's something.
I mean, who
That's-
knows? 10 years, nobody might be fucking.
Not
watching
us.
this
I'm not
period,
saying
but
we're gonna
yeah,
live on.
I'll be dead. Though. I'm lucky if I can. But look at this one here. You're an old man. Man, fuck off. You know, yeah. What
Yeah,
does it
that's
feel?
good.
But honestly,
That's a good one.
estrogen starts as you get older. I think estrogen.
Where did this
starts to creep
interesting
up on
conversation come in over 2 hours in at the end
No,
of the
but
show?
that's
This is
what happens,
crazy.
man,
Yeah, I
with me, bro,
know. We're
because
winding down
something
sometimes.
fucking
Yeah.
just catches my thing, catches my attention. Like
Yeah.
when that. I mean, Squid Game didn't get me upset, but fucking hearing
Well,
something on the radio.
you know,
like
I
that
think
made
the
me
hot
fucking
takes help,
tear
man.
up.
Gets you amped up, fucking
Holy
talking
fuck.
about shit. It's all my segment.
Yeah, exactly. Because Nico fucking talks all the time, and then I can't say nothing. Then I'm gonna get all this in right now. Everything I have to say
Moving
in the
on.
next 20 minutes in the fucking right now, so Nico can't fucking push in. No, but no, honestly, it's I don't know what I'm going through. It's fucking
There's a question. Would you rather be a totally sound mind in a completely useless body, or have a great body at old age and lose your mind to dementia, Alzheimer's? The first one.
I don't know.
I hate.
thought about the second one because
No,
I can act out.
your
afterwards if I
mind-
really want to.
No, I mean that would suck too. But
I
at
have
least
nothing to forget. Really.
no,
I mean,
the mind going
nephews,
scares
nieces,
me.
yeah.
I that's because your mind's everything, right? If you're not even really cognizant of being here
okay.
and having thoughts, then what the fuck is the point? Even if you did have a useless body, at least you can sit there and have a conversation with somebody and actually know what you're talking about. If you fucking have suffered from that, you're sitting there, you don't know what the fuck's going on, right? Like,
Well, I'm
you're just-
helping my Alzheimer's and dementia with marijuana because THC helps apparently. So, with dementia.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Leslie.
Even
This
though I
is
forget.
definitely a deeper conversation for sure. I wasn't
You
expecting.
know
This is
what?
good. This is a good
like
one.
I said, if you guys want to get me to cry, let's bring up some topics like that. If you guys really want to see JT become a pussy on fucking live YouTube, you gotta pick the question.
You guys gotta bring him here. I mean, that's the thing, right? I
I
mean,
do
like,
tear up. I do. I'm not a.
I think
Everybody
I-
thinks
you
I'm
know-
this hard ass or fucking whatever. I'm the biggest wuss that's around.
oh, I'm aware.
Nico knows. Nico fucking knows. I'm the biggest fucking pussy there is. No, not for anything.
Yeah, no, but the
I should have
mind,
tits.
yeah.
I did at one point.
Which
no.
one? Which chat? This one?
I'm Bruce Jenner.
Yeah. Or this one?
Yeah, no, not November, baby. Make him cry. Look, come on, see.
No, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll happen one day, guys. You'll get to see it on video or something, man. And then Julie will keep fucking.
Rob's already a scenario one. His body's useless.
His testosterone's probably gone up too, man. And you know what? He's getting to that teary eye stage too. I think he's getting there. You know, it happens, man. Men become.
That's a
fucking
very
women,
nice.
and
That's a
women
very.
become men.
That's a very nice thing to say, Leslie. Thank you. If I ever get dementia, I'll visit you and replay all late night chat networks for you to see how much fun we had during this time.
He'll be yelling at you.
Get the fuck out of my house! I'm gonna call the cops. Who are you? Leslie,
Sorry,
that's-
I'm not saying anything for fucking people with
you had to
dementia
take a nice
Alzheimer's.
thing like that and fuck it up. Leslie, show me this part right here so I can remember this. Go fuck yourself, Jay.
Nico's gonna be like, "Who the fuck's talking to me on the other side?" There? That fucking
Who is
bald head
this
fucker.
asshole? Jay will have been dead for like 20 years at this point.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Oh man, oh we had already be good, long gone.
That's very nice, Leslie. That's very nice of you to say thank you. Yeah.
Fuck,
It
man.
does scare me though. That is the thing that scares me the most. That scares me more than knock on wood, like anything, like it can't that the cancer or whatever. That scares me, bro. Yeah.
What,
that's-
losing my brain? Look at this.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's
This
everything.
fucking huge thing. Like, I mean, I know there's something in there. I seen it on CAT scans.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for sure. If you can make something out of that clip, go for it, Julie. Absolutely. Thank you for doing that too. Julie does a lot, man. She does a lot of shit for the network in that sense. Everybody does. All you guys do. And thank you for all being in the chat here tonight. Thank you for coming through for us, guys. I really appreciate it. Great episode. This is a great
It's been
conversation.
nice, man.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, like I said, it's harder doing the hot takes because you get 5 minutes. But then when you let me go off on a rant like that, you know, I could get you really going. But I've been trying to take it easy with the marijuana too. So the brain kind of
It's
works
a little on edge,
bit.
everybody.
No, it's not even that. It's a little bit less cloudy in the sense.
Absolutely. Hey, Jay was asking early on at the start of the show, if you missed it, he's asking about if we're gonna have our video game time this week, Julie. So hit us back in the video game chat. He wants to know what's going on with that.
What the fuck, man? I gotta download a new one. I forget what that fucking that thing you told me to download was. I haven't downloaded the game yet, so
yeah.
But remember the site? I downloaded that app or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to use, other than Steam.
We'll talk. Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Blizzard.net. Yeah,
I thought that was a fucking dating site.
No. All right. Well, anyways,
video game chicks, baby. They're good on the joystick. Hey, and I might have an MSI that to match my key, to match my to match my laptop.
This guy's got all the lingo now. Yeah.
Controller, man. No, seriously, bro. It's actually made to work with that computer, right?
Of course.
So hopefully that'll fucking work, and then I can play with a fucking controller against you guys. And it's hard, man. My left hand doesn't work. It works really weird, man. I don't know how you guys do it, you fucking gamers out there.
Okay, before he says something here more offensive, make sure everybody that you're like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for tuning in. As always, thank you. Really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. I was happy to be here today. Make sure to tune in. Let's give out some quick upcoming plugs for you guys here before we close out the show. Although we'd love to go all night, of course, but we're veering in at almost 2.5 hours. So,
I'm fucking 40, bro.
So tomorrow, of course, the full broadcast of this will be reposted for anybody that wasn't able to catch the whole thing. Tell your friends, let people know about the Late Night Chat Network, all the fun that we have here. Let them in on this little secret here, club of ours, and I'm sure they'll like it too. There's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different things for everybody here. As you can tell, we show and talk about all of our interests here on the channel. Make sure to tune in to the episodes that just dropped this past week of Julie, actually 2 episodes, one of her streaming Among Us, where you kind of just hear her commentary on that one, because I don't think we had the audio set up properly. But you see Julie watch her play Among Us with me, JT, and Christine. That was a lot of fun. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Thursday we can definitely do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And there's some stuff I have to let you guys know about Dead by Daylight. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. That I just found out this past week. I was talking to a friend who's really into Dead by Daylight. He was giving us some tips. So, yeah, but make sure, like I said, Late Night Gaming is the new playlist that's up here on the Late Night Chat Network YouTube channel. And, Julie just did some fantastic show art for that. We posted it on the Instagram the other day. There's new videos that went up of us playing Among Us all together on our cell phones. And then also there's an episode of Dead by Daylight where Julie is playing, and it's me and JT. You can hear our commentary and see us on screen sometimes playing as well. And there's a hilarious episode that's going to be dropping this Thursday as well, of a stream from last week's session as well of Dead by Daylight Part 2. And this time Christine was able to join us. So that was a lot of fun as well. JT kind of let us know, Julie, if you recall, there's an idea that JT is trying to put out there for the world.
JT's movie voice. I can't do it with that. I can't do it when I'm on screen. It's a little harder. Hold on, wait a second.
No, it had something to do with Hamburger Helper. If you recall, I'll just leave it at that. It's quite disgusting, everybody, but it's an idea that Jay has that might take the internet by storm. Who knows? It's yeah.
It's Mr. Hemorrhoid Helper. Hey, Mr. Hemorrhoid Helper. All right. I want to get on topic. That's another hot topic.
Jay talks about it. Yeah. Yeah, no, the audio it was better on those ones. Absolutely. Yeah. And Jay gets into that. It's basically all the fun late night chat commentary that you guys are used to, but you also get to watch us play games and have fun with one another in those videos. Yeah.
A little bit more crazier, I think, on those ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Since we're not on screen for those ones, you just hear the audio.
Julie?
And shout out to Julie. She's been streaming on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ Julie _Mac_13 is her name on Twitch. You can watch those videos on Julie's stream. Every time on Instagram, on our stories, we'll talk about when we're going live with these streams for the video games, because it is pretty random, guys. It's whenever we all have a moment to get on. Different people might join us. It's a lot of fun. So we've been doing that. Yeah, watch our stories that get told about when we're going to go live. So yeah, there's that, the playlist, the episode that's going to be dropping on Thursday of us playing Dead by Daylight from this past week. as well as Cracking Packs Live. That's this Wednesday, Cracking Packs Live. Christine and me are going to be together. She's opening up the new Pokemon card set, Fusion Strike, that comes out this week. It's another live episode, as we do when the new sets come out, and, come through, keep us some company in the chat there. Watch us pull some fire or some fun commentary. We'll probably be having a couple drinks, having some fun there. That'll be good. And, hopefully Christine ends up pulling some great cards from this new set here. That's this Wednesday. This show goes live tomorrow, and then there'll be some other uploads throughout the week, more towards the weekend of all of our old trade talks and weekly wine comic times that I've been slowly uploading there for you guys, comic related podcast shows that we did over the years now of doing late night chat. And then this Sunday, I believe, unless the date changes, Julie, who's in the chat here today, that's been taking part, she will be on the show, I think, next with JT. That'll be the next episode of Late Night Chat here. Always follow us on Instagram, our Instagrams, or on Facebook to be notified about the time and date when these things are confirmed, though. Yeah. So you got that to look forward to too. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, at the end of the month, we got to schedule the date still. It is coming, Late Night at the Movies. Our next episode of Late Night at the Movies is actually going to be with Leslie, and we're discussing the movie Fargo. That should be a good one. There you go. Julie's saying she should be good for Sunday. So there you have it. We're watching the movie Fargo on the next episode of Late Night at the Movies. I'm really looking forward to that conversation with Leslie. It's her first time watching the movie, from what I understand. She's watched all the seasons of the TV show, though, which were great as well. But we got to watch that Coen Brothers movie classic Fargo. We're going to discuss that in the next episode, Late Night at the Movies. And of course, tons of other content coming through over the next couple of months. Remember, our year-end media review at the end of the year, me and Jay will pre-record that, where we discuss all of our favorite shows, TV, music from this year. Make sure to kind of get caught up on your stuff, guys, so you can join in on the conversation with that. That'll be a pre-recorded video that'll be released in between the holidays for you guys, while we all take some time to be with our family, spend some great time with friends and family as well. And then in the new year, the first episode, which we still also got to confirm the date, but those will be coming, episode 150, guys. So I didn't know when the next time I'd be on Late Night Chat proper. So that's why I want to mention all these once again for you guys here today. I'm just excited of all the shows and content and stuff that's going to be coming out over the next couple months here for you guys. Episode 150, the big 150 in the new year. With the whole Late Night Chat crew. I'm really looking forward to that one. We just got to coordinate the date, but that'll be our first episode in the new year. Very, very exciting, guys. I'm very looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. So
be a nice honor. It'll be an interesting one. We should have everybody come on somehow and figure it out, but we'll figure that stuff out once it comes.
Yeah, lots of shows coming, lots of news, all kinds of new content every day. Late Night Chat Network, guys. Yeah, we're very proud of this thing that we do here, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And that's the thing. We're trying not to make this feel like work, right? We don't do anything we're not interested in, right? So, I mean, sometimes it's a struggle, I know, week to week, Jay.
Oh, it almost seems like it, but you know what? After
once you get on here and you start chatting, yeah, exactly. It washes away.
It's the lead up to it, I think, that, that day is like, fucking, it's usually a Sunday. I'm just waking up late, and I'm like, fuck, I got to get all set up, and fucking. You know what? I don't know how Nico does it all, because I get the ADD just wants me to fucking do other stuff, right? I almost forgot to put a post up today. I fucked up yesterday because I was worried because I didn't hear from Nico. I was like, am I going to do it today? What are we going to do? And then, so, we figured it all out. At least we got here and got it all set up and figured out today.
We made it happen. So, all right. That being said, though, I guess we got our way back playback. Yeah, it's good night, Leslie. Yeah, we're done here for the night. Don't worry. Yeah, good night. Thank you. Love the hot takes. Thank you for saying it's a great show. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Had a lot of fun here tonight, Jay.
It's honestly fun, man. I have a good time doing it too with you.
Yeah.
Not that, if it ended up in some afterwards, then we just did.
Do you have a way back playback for us?
I'll hurt you, maybe. I heard that the other day on fucking
D12.
Yeah, that's the Busta Rhymes one.
Oh, does that hurt you?
Yeah, if you type it up, I heard that one.
Yeah.
Or you can pick it up. I was thinking, it's not old enough yet, man. That fucking album, because since we started off, we let off with a fucking join our.
Oh, I'm thinking of the D12 song. That's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Busta Rhymes with Eminem.
Yeah, but it's not D12.
No, but there's a D12 one that bust. Yes, I know which one you're talking about. I know. Yeah,
that's the one I heard the other day. There's a few of them.
Cue the 2-hour post-show meeting. Yeah,
exactly.
I hope not. Right, here we go. I'll bring it up here.
No, you're probably thinking of something like
I'm thinking of, I think, a D12 song that I was thinking about, but I know, yeah, I knew it was a Busta Rhymes.
like Violent or
Is it Calm Down with? No, that's not that one.
No.
Hold on, I have to bring it up on YouTube. I don't think it's on Spotify.
No, it's probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the song. I know what you're talking about, but I thought I was mixing it up with a D12 song.
No. Yeah, it does. But there's a few different. Like, it's funny because that one's hard to pop up. You don't really see that one come up very often, right?
Right.
Like, that one's. You don't hear it very often. When I heard it on the radio the other day, because I got the Sirius, everything kind of shows up on Shady 45, man. You start to hear a lot of old Eminem songs that you haven't heard for a little while or whatever. So
Right.
Busta Rhymes is the best, but.
All right, here we go, guys. This is Eminem featuring Busta Rhymes. I'll Hurt You. And yeah, I think it's Scott's co-produced by Dre and Scott Storch. There you go. All right, here we go. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Make sure to tune in TikTok time next episode with Julie.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
There you go.
Yeah. Guess who it is? Ayo, Dre. I think they in trouble. Scott Storch. Why you have to do it like this to him? Feels like a new day. Listen. Now every time I come and I hit you niggas with shit, regardless, you get retarded and the niggas ain't got a clue on how the fuck I do what I do and say what I say and spit what I spit. You ain't never even got a question who. Cause you know that I'm the only nigga that could ever come and spitefully turn the place into a motherfucking zoo. Then I come and I speak crazy shit and make niggas do exactly what I want them to. From my point of view, instead of trying to step up, you're still trying to play catch up and keep up with the way a nigga grew. These niggas panic and fret and get schizophrenic and let their emotions out, and I doubt they could ever test my crew. Take a second, check it, I reckon my records are better than whatever record you recorded, that's why your shit is true. You fucking idiot, I don't think you get it, I'm one of the greatest ever, period, every syllable is true. Now if you ain't running, you ain't handicapping your vision, I think it's simple, and I think that it's really plain to see. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you make an effort, you niggas can never ever really fuck with me. Cause I'll hurt you, and I will learn you a thing or two. And I'll hurt you.